Hello. How are we doing? Welcome to WardiTV Mondays 42, a Tuesday edition. It's the first time we've run it out on a Monday. Crazy. Cool. Guess a refresher should work. Cool. Cool. Alright, how's everybody doing? Hello. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining us. So we've got some fun players signed up. Classic, Ryung, ByuN, Shin, Hero, Mana, Maxpax, Gumiho. That was our top 8 seeds, followed by players such as Uthermal, Harston, Percival, Uber, Jumi, Sebezdes. Fun run at Home Story Cup. See if we can do anything today. Yeah, we should be able to have a fun little bit of StarCraft 2 coming up over the course of the next few hours as we basically run the event that should have happened yesterday. We run it today instead. Not anything complicated. I was not home from Home Story. I was dead yesterday. Honestly, I'm still pretty tired today. I had to wake up early this morning and I'm still just like I'm tired, man. Freaking tired. It's rough. So yeah, we are here. Clem has been missing. I don't know if Clem has been missing as much as Clem is just, you know, practicing for EWC. So there's EWC stuff going on. They don't want to play every single open event and stuff. So yeah, kind of makes sense. We'll take let's take Jumi's game because I saw his opponent was here. Should be fun. All right. Yeah, obviously was at Home Story Cup over the weekend, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Home Story. It was some good fun, to be honest. It was a good time. We had some enjoyable games. It was definitely pretty neat. Cyril has to fight in the first round. It's not the real Cyril. I'm gonna edit this guy's name to not real Cyril. Hang on. There you go. So yeah, we had Home Story Cup. It was fun. Had some fun games. I'm back. This week we're going to have today WardiTV Mondays, one day late, and then over the weekend we'll have WardiTV European League finally actually starting up. So we'll actually get that underway. And yeah, that's basically our plan for the week. Super simple, not like a bit of this and a bit of that. We actually just have 2 tournaments we're going to be covering. So yeah, we just know what's up. We know what's going to happen. Looking forward to it. Like I say, we'll be diving in and getting going. How's everyone doing? My voice is a little just after the full weekend of Home Story. Honestly, more than anything, it's just the freaking AC. I'm so bad with AC, and because I'm a bit tired, my voice has not had full possible. Let me sort this out. Yeah, the AC is just... AC just sucks. Like, I just naturally always get like a slightly bad throat when the AC is on. This time, actually, my throat didn't really get bad, but I can still feel that it's not like 100% because it has been in the AC. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a bad throat, but my throat doesn't feel like it's 100% strength because it's been AC'd all weekend. At least when I was in my room. It definitely did not get AC'd in the Take TV bar, unfortunately. And, you know, it was really fun reading Twitch chat. Obviously, while we're at Take TV, we get to read the Twitch chat while we're casting and stuff and whatever. It's fun. So often, so many people were like, wow, Wardy really wishes he was just anywhere else, right? We're like, wow, he does not care. I'm like, you're correct. I actually wish I could be absolutely anywhere else. But not because I don't like the StarCraft game, because I'm literally sticking to this couch and moving hurts because it's so hot and, like, it was just miserable. You know? So, you know, I was I saw this multiple times in Twitch chat. People were like, man, Wardy really doesn't like this matchup. I'm like, nope, it's just particularly hot right now. My head hurts. I had just been cold. I'd just been hot for literally 3 days in a row, you know? Cool, sorry, just answering a server question. It's borderline unbearable. Yeah, no, it was horrible, man. Like, it genuinely was horrible. Like, I think the difference is, like, other people sit down and they can, like, cast because, like, at least for them, they sit down on the couch and they cast, like, one series in the bright lights and, like, the heat with the cameras on you and everything. Like, I'm there for, like, my 5th series of the day and I'm like, oh my god, like, I literally am, like my brain is struggling to think because it's just, like, all I can think is, like, I am so hot. I'm uncomfortable because I'm hot. If I move, I can feel my leg peeling off of this couch because apparently we had to go back to having the freaking couch for one of the hottest home story cups we've ever had. I was like, oh my god, honestly, I was like, you know, if I've got co-casters and they're happy to cast because it's their first games of the day, you know what, I'm going to let them do some talking. I will just do the filler. I mean, that's my role at home story cup anyway, you know. So... Bro, you and Steadfast and Roddy are always sick. Your streamers are so unhealthy, eat better and exercise. You don't even have kids to bring home sickness. What do you mean I'm always sick? I'm not even I literally haven't even said that I'm sick. I said my voice is slightly weaker than usual. Because it's been, bro? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I will eat healthier and do some exercise. Got it. Always sick, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Downstairs is worse, yeah. Downstairs because there's like 10 laptops running and even more nerds packed into an even smaller place. Wear khakis, not shorts. I don't have any. I like wearing the shorts. I like the air on my legs. I didn't think we were going to be sat on a couch. You know? Yeah, it was miserable. I'm not going to lie. Home Story Cup was fun, but like it was miserable. Like, I got home and Helen was like, you look like you've melted. And I was like, I actually just like, the only feeling I've had for like 3 or 4 days now is being hot, you know? The only feeling I've had for like 3 days is the feeling of warm and hot and being sweaty. Like, it was grim. But the things we do for StarCraft, guys, the things we do for StarCraft. How's the knee? It's pretty fine. Honestly, it stopped bothering me until I got home yesterday and I got on the floor to play with Ellie and I was like, oh god, no, can't kneel down. didn't think about that. But no, it's fine. You know, I had an epic gamer moment at the football where I was like, all of a sudden for some reason I got the ball and I was like, you know what? I really feel like I can make a play here. So I kicked the ball around someone. And I ran after it. I was like, holy shit. I was like, that was such a move. They were not ready for me to move this fast. Then I stood on the ball and fell on my face. So, you know what it is, though? Like, the entire time playing football, I was just like, there was so constantly this feeling of, like, I'm about to fall over. Or, like, I just lost my balance. I was like, man, the ability to kind of stay upright while trying to move quickly is not something that comes naturally anymore, apparently. Apparently, that's something you got to work on, you know? Is there a video of it? What, the football? I don't know. I think Roddy, maybe... I saw Vicky streaming a little... Oh, I'm not sure stream, but I saw with that like camera on the thing. I don't know if she was taking some videos and stuff, but I don't think the whole thing was videoed. Maybe some bits. There's a picture or two. It's fun though. It's always fun to go play the football, but yeah. I always get injured. To be honest, I'm actually pretty happy I just came in with a scraped knee. The last time I played football, which is actually 2 years ago, because I've not been able to play since because I've had bad a thing wrong with my leg, is that last time I got like I just played too much and I got like a really bad cramp in my leg, and I tried to slow down. The slowing down cramped my leg, and I like full on fell over because I couldn't stabilize myself. But I was going full speed, so I like hit the wall. And then I could like barely go up and down the stairs at home story for the rest of the weekend because my leg was just trying to recover from this bout of pain. It was wild. Your full work is going down. Oracle getting some work done here. Lemon, who did not name themselves Lemon on the bracket, and so got one of the worst seeds of all time. Yeah, is going to be coming in here against Jumi. That's why we grabbed this match, because this is probably not a match that should happen first round. It's just Lemon was not called Lemon on the bracket, so he did not get a good seed, and hence he is working from a disadvantage there. So I cried on the pitch like a real pro football player. The time that my leg cramped up, oh, I don't know if I cried. Well, I don't know if I wouldn't say I cried, but like I was genuinely in pain. Like I could not stand up. My leg was absolutely fucked. This time everyone's like, "No, what, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why would I not be okay?" And I was like, I guess I really went down very hard because everyone was like shocked, and I was like, I just got up, and I was like, it wasn't that bad, guys. Apart from the fact that obviously my knee and my arm were scraped, but it stung a little bit. It wasn't so bad. It was all good. Like, cramps can be brutal. I've never had anything cramp before. Right, so I never had this feeling of cramping in my life. And so I had no idea what was going on with my leg either. I was just like, my leg just felt like there was something freaking in it, you know? So I had no idea what just happened. So I was like panicked, and it really freaking hurt, you know? Ay. Didn't know the Oracle could kill the Adept in the Healing Shrine, by the way. That's some interesting news. Interesting info to have. See the Blink moving up. Nexus and the Forge coming about. Nexus playing a couple more probes and the Stalker on the way up as well as we continue to get through here. And we just have ourselves a few units gathering out the front. As we have two Oracles. Oh, sorry, an Oracle and the Void Ray. Why did Lemon, make a Void Ray? I actually don't know. Not 100% sure, to be honest. Yeah, not 100% sure. I'm not gonna lie, I did not pay full attention to start this game. I'm in Twitch chat reading mode, you know, for the first match of the day, so you guys can hate on the observing a little bit. Just want to make sure people can come in and really kind of express their disappointment, so just gonna see that Voidra's putting some work in though, and is absolutely now gonna absolutely be a bit of aid. It's the weird thing, because it's like it really is only gonna be good in moments like this, but in a moment exactly like that, it was absolutely great. And now Jumi gets pushed back, and he's going to be bad numbers-wise. So that is going to be a little bit of a struggle. Big Stalker jump into the main, going to hit the pylon, get rid of the two gateways. Lemon gets the D-power here. And now, the rest of the Stalker still gathering up. We do just continue to maneuver around, figuring out what direction we're going to try and jump in from. You see the Stalkers at the front, going to get a couple of shots off. Stalkers already beginning to go down. Probe moving forward. The Void Ray there is definitely in a little bit of danger. Has to be careful. Has to back away with everything else. So he's able to do that. Plus one on the charge coming up. Two more Stalkers. The gateways and the probes all building. We have ourselves a Nexus on the way as well as the Stalkers and the Void. We'll get rid of a pylon here and continue across. Start hitting that Nexus still. Void Ray activating. We're going to see the Stalkers already in some trouble, taking some heavy damage. Void Ray goes down, but the Stalkers are just going to be so outnumbered, as Lemon has clearly and significantly more in this game, one of the best of three. And it does look as though that's going to be giving Lemon the edge he needs to take the 1-0 advantage in this series. So Lemon coming out swinging, opening round. Going to keep on fighting. 23, 24, 25 probes going down at the moment. Just going to see the GG getting called. And we are going to see Lemon coming through with the game 1 victory. This best of 3. Beautiful. Guys, I'm just going to run ads just because it's early in the day, and just in case we get some long games, we just clears up some of the potential ad run over. So I know it's just been one map, but just rather run some now and get them out of the way than potentially have them interfere with the games later on. So just letting you guys know that I'm basically just covering for myself being an ad whore. You know, TLDR, I want to make some money. I'm going to give you a good excuse to do it, okay? So just letting you guys be fully aware of that. As we'll have an invite into Leyline here for game 2. Any results just yet? I know Hearthstone wanted a walkover. I can give that to him. Oh, he's going to play Mana. That's actually kind of a fun match. Yeah, Hearthstone Mana in the second round of 16. As we work through this beautiful Monday Cup on a Tuesday. Yeah, someone called me out for naming it WardiTV Mondays. Honestly, in 42 editions, the fact that we've ran on a Monday, not on a Monday one time, I'll take it. You know, I feel like that's something we can handle. Admittedly, usually we do cancel the Monday Cups if, you know, events are on, but as I was moving to European League, I really felt like we just may as well run this one and then go from there, you know. So, I just thought we'd mix up. And we will miss one this month as well already, because it's July already. We'll already miss one this month because of EWC. EWC doesn't... If it was only EWC, it'd probably be okay, but there's also the Krakow event. We actually might be able to still run that one, to be honest. We might be able to still run that one, so... On the left-hand side, our blue Protoss player is Jumi. He's taking on Lemon, the red Protoss in the top right-hand corner. New regular series, the WardiTV... Honestly, I was thinking about calling this WardiTV Tuesdays one. But, I like all the stats going into the Mondays thing, you know. So, yeah. According to the stream title, it's on a Tuesday. Well, it is. Today's a Tuesday, no? WardiTV Mondays, but it's a Tuesday. So yeah, look, maybe the WardiTV Monday branding has just become so strong that it's not even about being a day of the week anymore. Monday is just a word that people relate to WardiTV tournaments. You know, people don't think of Monday as the first day of the week. They think of Monday as like 4 hours of the tip-top StarCraft 2. Oh, the spelling is Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday. Oh, that's clickbait. See, what I've done there is I've made people want to clickbait already by coming in to complain that it's a Monday Cup on a Tuesday. But now it's double clickbait because you're now talking in the chat where you might not have done before to point out that it's spelt wrong. See? And here we are. Twitch chat is more active than it's ever been before. Boom. Yeah. It's great being a Twitch streamer. If you misspell something, it's just clickbait. Like, you can't make a mistake. You either do it correctly or it becomes clickbait. Yeah, streaming's a good gig, really, I suppose. I was talking to Spirit yesterday, McDonald's yesterday morning when we were at the airport. He was saying that we need to do more exciting things for the WardiTV Mondays. He was saying that we should make our own patch and run WardiTV Mondays on our own patch and just be ridiculous with it. And then he said, and if people complain, just give them less prize money. I love this process. I was like, if people complain, pay them even less. I was like, that is a perfect way to appetize people. Because then I guess they're just not going to play because it's not even worth playing, right? I could fix the Cyclone. Oh my god, that would be crazy. I saw Gumiho playing today. That's really nice to see him playing despite obviously not making it to EWC. We don't really have... I mean, we have European League coming up, which obviously is kind of focused on European invites, but if I do run anything else in the next 3 weeks or so, there's definitely going to be a focus on inviting players that did not make it to EWC. After EWC, we're going to have the end of the European League, and then the Summer Championship will be starting up throughout August. So that's going to be a ton of fun as well, I'm sure. As the Sentries and the Stalkers get in there, picking them around, Hallucinations taking some damage. Going to be seeing the Warp Gate, the Stalker, the Twilight Council, and the Nexus all coming through for the moment. The StarCraft Brood War versus SCT tournament was basically that. Yeah, the Kung Fu Cup. They were doing Kung Fu Cup every week, right? They stopped that until after EWC, I believe. Then it's going to come back. I don't like that, though. You know what? A lot of people asked me this weekend in Home Story Cup. They were like, hey, Wardy, so what's the plan, you know? Like, what are we going to do now that StarCraft 2 is slowing down? And I was just like, well, Hear me out. I am going to do more StarCraft 2. Like, everyone's starting to get these, like, fantastical ideas. Oh, we're going to move into this, or we're going to move into that. And I'm just like, no, I really feel like we should just do a bit more SC2, you know? Like, yeah, you know, like, let's just keep it going. I am in the very fortunate, unique position where I just run my own stuff, so as long as you guys want to watch, we can kind of get away with just keeping on doing SC2, you know? The WSL, the Wardy Star League. I mean, we basically have that, I just didn't call it SL because everything's called a Star League. You know? We have the WardiTV 2025 series this year, that's what the European League is the first major stop of. Guaranteed $25,000 of prize money, plus 5k from the crowdfunder, so $30,000 of prize money this year in the WardiTV 2025 series. Also, I was talking about this a lot this weekend. I was putting some feelers out with the players and stuff. But I was putting some. Do you guys want me to cast the game? Hang on. Stalkers are hitting Stalkers. Stalkers are going to kill Stalkers. Stalkers are going to get outnumbered, and Stalkers will get pushed back by the other Stalkers. Battery going to get repowered to help heal Stalkers. Stalker. Stalker's about to have Blink. Very good for Stalkers, and Stalkers will defend against the Stalkers. Okay, cool. So now I can talk about another game. I was putting out the feelers with some players. So next year is 10 years of WardiTV. So we created WardiTV. I've been doing StarCraft for longer, but originally we were called SC2 Improve. 10 years ago it was already last month. It was 10 years of me being full-time in StarCraft 2. But it was actually about a year after that we branded to WardiTV. So next year is actually like 10 years of WardiTV, which is pretty crazy. So I think what we're going to do next year, because I've been putting out the feelers, I've been doing some of the mathematics on costs. Next year, we are going to do the WardiTV. We're going to do it. We're going to do the WardiTV LAN. We're going to do offline WardiTV tournament. I'm very committed to this right now. I've done all the math in my head. I've logisticked a lot of it in my head. I'm pretty sure we're going to do right now I'm like, I would say like 75 to 80% certain we're going to do it. Helen's okay with it. We're going to do it in my house. We're going to do it. So yeah, we're going to do it in my house. Kind of old school Home Story Cup style. I'm very committed to this. Like I put the feelers out. All the players I was talking to about it were super down. So I think we've got something in the works. So that's over a year away, absolutely. But you know, I'm excited about it. So it's just for the pros. Yes, it's just for the pros, unfortunately, guys. What's up, Game Silly? Wardy offline, Tony. Let's go. Thank you for the 7 months. I missed the first sub of the day. Andy, I actually saw your sub. I told myself I was about to say out loud and I got distracted. Thank you so much for the 11 months, Andy, at the start on that Prime. Also, the Marty Monty came in with the 64-month resub. Keep SC2 going. You know it. That's where we learned Wardy has a 20-bedroom mansion. Is going to be hosting the LAN in the second floor room. Yeah, pretty much. No, the current plan is that... so, Helen has like a room for all... You know how like my room is like kind of my studio? And like I have all my collectibles and cool stuff in here? Helen has a similar room, you know? So basically I'm going to get... we're going to force Helen out of her room. And we're going to stick some StarCraft nerds in there. And they're going to play some StarCraft for us. So yeah. That's the current plan. I think it'll be fun. I think we can make something fun of it. So a 1v1 setup. It'll be well, the plan is to have the plan will be to have 4 setups, so we should be able to go pretty much from game to game to game non-stop, 8 players total. And then basically like when 2 players are playing, the other 2 players will already be set up. And then there'll be like an actual Wardy stream where we actually just cast games and we try and minimize downtime. Like we should just be able to go with, you know, some fun on the couch and getting players to come and talk about their games and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the plan. But I mean, a lot can change. It's not guaranteed or anything. I just I've been thinking it for a while, and this weekend I really put some thoughts in because I thought it'd be good to, you know, figure out if it was worth looking more into. So yeah. You've been pitching this idea of work for years for bunk desks, so you could stack 2 desks on top of each other. That's what we need! We don't have enough floor space we need, but we have height in the room. Incredible, that's exactly what we need. Some real StarCraft gaming. You're playing the person below you and you like kick off your shoe, you're like, right, I'm gonna hit him with the DTs, and while my DTs run in, boom, shoe falls on his head. He's gonna have no idea what's going on. Hard mode. Helen's room, sad face. The good news is Helen's room will be returned to her. Just, you know, you just overtake it for a couple of days. Yeah. It's like when Timmy and Magna look at each other keyboards in the cast FFA. You know, at some point this weekend, Magnath, I can't remember what the conversation was, but he said to me, he said something very confidently to me. He was like, I can't remember why I came up, but he said very confidently, he's like, you've never even seen me play. I think this is like, in like a judgment of like, I don't even know what it was, honestly. I don't think I was like calling him out on skill or something, but he was like, you've never even seen me play. I was like, oh Magnath, I've watched you play in a free-for-all, and you had to resort to unplugging people's mice and keyboard to be competitive. That's all I needed to know. I was like, boom! That's you told Magnath. Jumi on the base trade, by the way. We are having a good time here. He is up into this main base, having a little bit of a look around. We've seen a bunch of gates and pylons going down, damage being done. I mean, obviously, we commit to the base trade. Jumi does have the +2 to the +1, so you'll have that advantage as well if this comes down to army versus army. Current army supplies are extremely similar, 117 to 119. There are going to be just... Well, there's just... What are we behind in as Jumi? Nothing. He has 1 less Immortal, he has 2 more Archons, and he has 3 less Stalkers. I think Jumi's army is much better. It depends if the Zealots can get a proper wraparound. I mean, Lemon's coming back home. I kind of like this because maybe he can actually just catch this army so it can't come out down the low ground, and then when it's Zealot heavy, that's an issue. The Archon's not going to be able to get in reach either. Oh, but that was his last structure. Oh. That's why Lemon was going home. He had no structures and no probes. Didn't see that one, guys. Alright, GG's. We are going to go 1-1 in this opening match. I did not realize that was literally his last structures. You know, it's so weird, but nowadays you kind of in a base trade just presume that the guys got probes out and like they're building structures around the map. Like, to me, this was such a guarantee, like, that he was just going to have probes somewhere. I didn't even think about the fact he was actually just dying there. So that's me being a little lazy on the observing. A little lazy. Alright, I'm gonna go to Tokamak for game number 3 of this series, guys. And get this on the way. Supposedly Demu starter, yeah. That's the gaslighting. That's like, you know, I came up with the sponge analogy as well, you know? Yeah, right, sure guys, okay. Jimmy just needs a moment, as we'll take a second and jump into game 3. But yeah, I really do think WardiTV's my idea is that I'm pretty sure I can put up, obviously, you know, we put up prize money for events all the time, so I'm pretty sure we can make a decent prize pool to begin with. I'm pretty confident I can convince a couple of people to sponsor the prize pool as well, so we genuinely have like a very good prize pool. And then I think we would probably, like, you know, typically we crowdfund once a year for tournaments. Like, we do like an actual crowdfund. Obviously, like, you know, we're always, you know, putting sub money into tournaments and stuff like that and so on. But we do, like, you know, generally we do like one crowdfunding campaign for the year. This time it was for the 2025 series. Last year it was for Korean Royale, for example. I think next year we'll crowdfund for the WardiTV LAN party, or whatever we call it. And I think we'll specifically, the crowdfunding will be to go into like costs. It will be to go into like costs of running the event. Like, I'm pretty sure like we're gonna have the prize pool already set up. The plan is to like make sure we can like invite players, and we'll have like stretch goals. Like, if we hit like a certain amount, we'll cover all the players' hotels. If we hit another amount, we'll cover all the travel. If we hit a certain amount, we will actually guarantee like one non-European can come, because obviously it's going to be very EU focused. So Yeah, I think, you know, at a certain point, we'll probably be like, we will feed the players as well. I think that might actually get some people to come in and support too, so, yeah. So yeah, it should be, I genuinely think it'll be kind of fun. It'll be a project. We'll put some time into figuring it out. We'll put some time into figuring it out. And stuff. Alright, we're counting down Tokamak. Can I name it the even more epic LAN? WardiTV epic LAN? The WardiTV epic LAN? That'd be funny. Gotta have WardiTV in though. We gotta keep some branding alive, you know? The epicest LAN. For non-players, am I building some scaffolding on the outside so you can have seating room and peering through windows? Yeah, that's the one thing I have zero plans for. I cannot host an audience, as unfortunate as that may be. We cannot host an audience. The epic WardiTV LAN. Yeah. You guys will just have to, like, if you guys want to be an audience, you'll just have to figure out somewhere you can put a game on and meet up together. We'll send one of the players to you when they get knocked out to watch with you. Wow, Jimmy with the lemon emoji. Didn't even know that existed. God, Lemon's such a legend, they added an emoji just for him. Crazy. We're going across the map and see the gateway coming up. The Nexus coming down from Lemon, so very fast expansion from him. Just going to go Nexus before he even drops down a Cybercore. So Lemon looking to get that fast expansion up and running here in this game 3. You think he just googled how to do that emoji? I'm pretty sure you just say bracket lemon bracket. No? The crazier thing is that it just exists in the first place. Oh, but you have to have the... Oh, you have to have the War Chest 6 Zerg pass to unlock the lemon? Wow. As if fruit-based emojis are locked behind the War Chest pass. You guys ever... You know what it is? You guys remember when we had the War Chest and stuff, and then they stopped doing it? People were like, why? Is it maybe because they got to the point where the rewards were fruit emojis? Has anyone ever sat there and been like, wow, I'm really glad I bought the War Chest 6. The ability to type lemon, pepper, and onion, and banana has all... Well, I feel like people might actually spam banana, but lemons, peppers, and onions, I feel like those are emojis that do not get used very frequently. I think that's like my first time I've seen that in years upon years of actually being in this game. It's wild. The last time we saw this probably when someone first unlocked them and they got excited and they spammed them a bit. Oh, yeah. Zerglings are allergic to lemon. That'd be wild. Can you imagine? Stargate is out on the map from Jumi, so he's going to proxy it up, and he's going to look for a chance to get this Oracle down the left side of the map and into that main base, look for some early game damage. The two Stalkers will step across the map as well, and they will be also looking for that chance to poke in and try and get something done. A couple shots going off already. Wolfgate coming through, a couple batteries coming up. Just going to see the Oracle and the Wolfgate continue coming along. The Nexus building on the natural, so Jimmy is already prepping his future. But he is down a lot of work because like he needs this Oracle to do some work. But the battery is done. This Oracle is not going to do anywhere near enough. He's actually going to wait for Oracle 2, which is probably the better choice. With batteries completed, he's better off waiting and going with 2 and hoping that then he can do enough damage, because right now it just ain't going to be it. But he gets force fielded in and loses one Stalker as well. That's really nice because it also gives Lemon a bit more confidence to step into the main defensively, perhaps. One Stalker already down on the front. He's going to move one Stalker into the main base. Double Oracle can fly through a Stalker and obviously take the shots while they deal damage to those. So there's definitely going to be an opportunity there. There we go. The Oracles arrive. 2, 3 workers going down. 4 workers going down already, making 5, 6. Just going to be 6 for the moment, it seems. So 6 workers going down. 7 and 8. The loop around. I mean, that just wasn't enough units there. That's a ton of damage. So very successful in the end. It's going to completely flip the work accounts. It was a 3 or 4 worker lead from Lemon. Now it's a 5-6 worker lead from Jumi. Love it. What's up, Danny LeVeteran? How are you doing? Thank you so much for the 3-year resub. Amazing. Thank you so much for supporting for so long. Thank you for helping the StarCraft to keep on pumping. Blink, Dark Shrine, couple of batteries still coming online. The assimilator coming up as well. You do see 2 more stalkers building up as Lemon steps out towards the upper side of the map with these few stalkers. Just going to be coming across, put some work in. Dark Shrine about halfway done. The battery coming online. Stasis ward being placed as well. Benefit of having those oracles means you can continue to put stasis wards down. And Lemon obviously wants to attack on in. Doing a good job so far. Fake Stalker, hallucinated one, got caught in the first stage. The second stage getting off on just 1 Stalker as well. So Lemon's counterattack putting in work. Steps back a moment or 2, steps in. He's one-shotting Stalkers. It's super dangerous if you're Jumi. High ground, stasis, sends a single Stalker up for it. Really nicely done. We keep stepping through. Stalker after Stalker going down. You see a few probes pulling in. That is the scary part of Lemon kind of stepping into this mineral line, is that you let the probes actually come in and fight and you can't really kite away from them. Obviously the Stalker count is decreased dramatically here from Lemon, but it's also very low from Jumi with 1 Stalker. And now a Zealot and a DT able to come into play. Detection-wise, we got nothing to detect DTs, but can we actually get DTs successfully across the map? These Stalkers obviously going to try and break their way in so they can actually get away from this DT and do even further damage. Oracles across the map already killing probes. The Robo starts up here. Battery, so we're going to wall off, but we need another pylon because the only pylon is right there. DT is still swinging. Stalker's taking damage. A couple more probes will go down. Workers killed. I mean, this is... I mean, we're going to get to the Robo before the DTs end the game, so that's very good. Obviously, Lemon really just trying to make the most of the units he's already got here. I finally recall those Stalkers back. He's bought the time, like I say, we'll definitely get an Observer out from this Robo. That is a guarantee. Kind of crazy that Jumi didn't get a chance to get a DT across the other side. I know he was under heavy pressure, but crazy that in this kind of mode, you'd always expect a DT to kind of get to the other side, no? Obviously has not happened in this case. As we start to swipe through that pylon for a couple moments. Focus continuing up. The Oracle's heading down to the bottom left. Didn't you just have 2 Oracles? No, Jumi has the Oracles, not Lemon. Jumi has the Oracles and the DTs. Oh, that's a nice kill on the Observer. Just gonna let the DT walk in as the next Ob starts up. Oh, we're just gonna go after the pylon. There's the problem. Second pylon is gonna be coming through. Can we actually dive that second pylon? He's not gonna go after it soon enough. I do think there was a genuine chance of making that work. I mean, this is still Jumi on the army supply lead at the moment. And in a couple more warp-ins, he desperately just needs units right now. It's a slow warp-in because the gateway isn't connected to this pylon either. So these Stalkers slow warping in. DT is going to very nearly kill one of them off. The Oracle's helping as well. We're back down to even workers. But Jumi still has the army supply advantage. Can Lemon create a defense here? Jumi is going to be fighting against a battery now and a probe pull. Absolute chaos as these 2 Stalkers get to the low ground. They will get away using their blink. That's a big difference as well. Jumi having blink and Lemon not. I actually think this is fully in Jumi's favor at this point. Like, Lemon has no further tech. He committed to ending this game on that previous push, and the DTs stopped him hard enough to allow Jumi to basically survive through and get his own tech online and now play this game from a much more comfortable position here. Nexus and Robo on the way out. It's about halfway done. We got a few extra gates coming over as well. This is definitely Jumi's game at the moment. Having Blink versus no Blink should be a prime time for him to fight and trade. He is just able to trade way more efficiently than his opponent at the moment. But he just gets a shot off and then backs away, so doesn't commit to anything just yet. And Jimmy has a third base as well. He's definitely taking control of this. He's taking this position and run with it a little bit, so feeling good there. Next Stalker's coming up. To that upper right-hand side, so away they go. And Immortal, the gateway. A few batteries coming up for the moment. Get settled down here. A few extra weapons coming through. Army of Lemon still going. Step over. To position. Found that. Let's actually have a few more Stalkers warping in too, so just going to get those warping up. Stalkers in the center is going to be in position. A couple of Stalkers getting pushed back the other way. Zealot and the Immortal coming about as well. One more Stalker going down, so the damage still being found. We continue to go back and forth. Just going to see that sentry getting picked off. I mean, obviously Lemon able to come through. I mean, it's interesting because I feel like Jumi did a lot with his advantage of Blink and so, but actually maybe could have still traded a little bit more. With a pause at an unfortunate timing. Some lag or so. Sorry, Mom. Yeah, good excuse. Like that one. It's a different one for sure. Looks as though obviously Jimmy's ready. Lemon's gonna say he's ready. And get back to it. So back in we go. Zell gonna take some damage. Just gonna see that pylon getting taken out. Oh, Immortal's gonna step up as well. Stalkers. Is it enough? I mean, Lemon has to do this right now, but against the Immortals especially, it feels very difficult. They're very tanky. He tried to target one and did not even go down, which is, at this point in time, just not going to be good enough. You need to get rid of those. He's looking very good defensively. Sentry goes down as well. A couple of Zealots and the Stalkers all gathering in. It does feel as though we have ourselves a Jumi defense, and with a Jumi defense, perhaps a win in this series. I mean, this is it. This is the desperation dive. Gets 2 Immortals. Not a bad effort. It's just before you went into this on equal army supply, now you're down by 10 to 15. It's the effectiveness of those Immortals. It takes so long to kill them off. You're shooting at them. Your Stalkers are taking tons of damage because they blink in to make sure you can kill off the Immortal as well. GG gets called, and Jumi is going to take this series 2-1 in the round of 32. Meanwhile, Hero already steamrolling through into the round of 8. Everyone is pretty much into the... most players are kind of making their way through for the moment into the second round. There's one match that's not ready to start just yet. Shin just beats Sebestas 2-0. He'll move into the round of 8 as well. Hi, Burrito, what's up? Thank you so much for the resub on, not even the prime, just the regular resub, 43 months. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alright, I think we probably just followed Jumi in against Gumiho. Why is it doing this again? Why is it doing the laggy thing again? Bruh. What's up, Dad Universe? I was fine with Wardy running the winter tournament in spring, but Monday tournament on Tuesday is unacceptable, unsubbed and unfollowed. Yeah. You guys should all unsub and then sub again. And when we go back to running it on a Monday, you know. Thank you so much for the 26-month resub, mate. I appreciate it. It's really annoying me that that thing is still just laggy sounding. I just have no idea why. I'm gonna try and remove it. Hang on. Delete. Add. Nope, I can't remember how to do this anymore. Browser. URL. Okay. It's not the right shape. Alright. See if that fixes anything. Ay. Who the heck is Grape? I don't know. Maybe he was inspired by the StarCraft 2 emojis. Yesterday I was tired of the dozens of shots I drank. I drank 2 shots all weekend. They were both on stream. I didn't even want any shots. I just can't believe they told me that if we donated, there would be 50 shots. And the first 2 days when when all the things went off, there was no way there was 50 shots. I refused to believe it. Like, unless people were sniping them as they, came about, ByuN Percival currently going on. Winner plays Shin. Maybe we should actually go something different, because I feel like I want to be in the top side of the bracket for some of the later matches. Maybe let me have a little peek to see who's around. Kind of moving through quickly today, huh? Let's see if it lets me log into career. 2 shots. Yeah, well, I only ever got offered 2, By the time they ever made it to the caster desk. I also got 0 gear pizza. I came upstairs, I saw the admin walking downstairs with a bunch of pizza, right? I was like, oh, there's pizza. I go over to Loco, who's eating pizza. And then there was no more pizza, Gabe had to go and play. Never lucky. Never lucky. First of all, I'm beyond a deep in game. I mean, we'll just hang around and find a matchup, guys. I was thinking of Gumiho, but I mean, we can still go into that if it comes around. Guess we'll see what happens. There's McDonald's and pizza. Didn't get scammed out of McDonald's this time. Just the pizza. Unlucky. Unlucky. Do. How's everyone doing? I'm waiting to find us a game. You guys have anything going on? Anything exciting to say? Now would be a great time to say it. I think Jimmy's going to go and game with Gumiho in a minute. Oh my god, that was so loud this time. But it wasn't lagging. So that's an improvement. It was just louder than it used to be. Progress. Thank you, Scorpion, for the 8-month resub. Who's playing next game? We're going to go Jimmy versus Gumiho. It's ready to go, so why the hell not? I've not watched Gumiho in a little while either, so... yeah, let's do it. Well, I watched him in the EWC qualifiers, but he hasn't been in the WardiTV events too much, so yeah, excited to have him here today. Alright, we're in game. Let's do it. Top left-hand side, our blue Protoss is going to be Jumi. Whoop. I just pressed something completely wrong. I tried to set the scoreboard and something just popped up. In the top side, Jumi. In the right side, Gumiho. We're playing on Last Fantasy. Double gas coming up then from Gumiho, so we'll see him get a little aggressively set up in the early stages. Let's look to see where we are going. I gotta say, I was really amazed. I came back home and I was like, wow, I haven't streamed for a week. I feel like sub count is going to be in the bin, and I feel like my sub count didn't drop off at all. Must have been like this time last month I was away as well. Probably in Poland, right? So it's been a month. So I was just like, huh, that's convenient at least, because nice not to have the sub count be destroyed every single time you step away from the house for like a couple of days, you know? But yeah, that was a nice benefit of coming back into this morning. Opening the stream up, having a look at some of the stuff going on. Got my EWC flight offer today. Was for the completely wrong dates, so very fun. Great stuff. Alright, let's follow this Reaper across the map as Gumiho looks for some early pressure in the game. Heading into that main base. Now, I've been taking some feedback lately. And people want a little bit more excitement in the casting. They don't want me to sound like I'm, quotation marks, dead inside every time something happens. So here we go! This is it! Oh, the probe! It dodged into the assimilator. Really cool micro by Jumi. Never seen anyone pull a probe back and away before. So, just really love to see micro like this still developing in StarCraft 2 in the year of 2025. The Reaper finds another entry into the natural and will have a chance to chase some probes. Doesn't chase after though, very responsible, as the Adept will come across and chase and make sure that the Reaper will indeed not be able to do much of anything. For the Adept shade, that's a little scary, but obviously we could try and jump toward a ledge. Here, Reaper number 2 nearby. Looks as though this Reaper will get away. Adept shade did not chase it well enough. And we are out of there. So 2 Reapers get out alive. We already had a little bit of damage dealt. Nothing too crazy overall. Didn't actually do any damage. Just a little bit of lost mining time. So some mild damage to the economy. As a Cyclone is going to find this Adept the moment that it shades. Unfortunately for Jumi, this just shades straight to its death. Doesn't even get a shot off. Cyclone will remain full HP and can immediately launch itself across the map alongside its brother Reapers. And I'll try and see if we can get something done here. We're going to hop into the main. The Reapers provide the high ground vision, but the Cyclone will not be able to chase that far, but apparently we didn't pull the Stalker back fast enough. Jumi, now actually is genuinely in some trouble. These Reapers are going to go after one probe, looking for some extras as well. We got low HP on a bunch of those probes. We do not manage to finish any of the rest off. Cyclone the Natural decides to just lock onto it. First was hitting the gateway, then locked onto a battery, but decides to walk out of here for the moment. Got the stim pack upgrades done. Add on a few more Marines. Add on the siege tank. Blink's still about halfway done as well in the Twilight Council. That continues to come through for the moment. And as we just have those Reapers still regathering, looking for another opportunity to dive on in. Not going to find it just yet. Gumiho on his way to that stim, on his way to that combat shield. Is ready to really power up the Bioforce for the next step of this game, as they're going to be up against those Blink Stalkers. They're moving up. The Cyclone going to go back and forward. Stalkers jump up. The Cyclone is going to go down. The Reapers, the tanks, the Marines gathering as well. A couple more hits coming through. They pull back the other way. Stalkers continue to gather up. Stimpack and Combat Shield on the way out. Marine Marauder Starport coming up as well. Begin to make our way out to the upper left-hand side. There's going to be the hallucination, the handful of Stalkers here ready for a jump into this main base. Can go straight after the stim pack. We're actually going to get that. It's super low. He doesn't have the DPS for it. The STV repair is good. He even blinks again. Oh my god, if he did that straight away, well, I guess it was on cooldown at first. But it finishes, so we actually have ourselves stim here. I mean, There's an entire army, and Jumi's not in position, so Gumiho is going to grab game 1 of this best of 3. Alright, we'll head straight into game 2 then, guys. No other matchup getting set up or anything, so we'll just get this rolling. As Jumi just couldn't really get off the ground running at all in that game. Was just kind of a little bit stuck, a little bit slow to get started. Ended up in a little bit of a rough spot, and absolutely out of position by the time that army was coming across the map the other way at it. And are currently playing against Hero. They're heading into Leyline, so I believe what is at least map 2 of their series. Again, Shin waiting for ByuN or Percival in the bracket. Classic waiting for Ryung or Uthermal. Gumiho playing Jumi, and Maxpax going to play Eba or Grape, which there's currently no result for, but I feel like maybe they've played and they've just not put the result in. I'd be surprised if they were still in game, to be honest. But, I mean, maybe. Maybe there's a really crazy first round match. Oh. I was about to play against Gumiho. That one wouldn't have ended pretty. Would have been a quick end for Gumiho in that game, so I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Alright. Heading into Pylon. Let's jump into the bottom right hand side. We're going to have ourselves the blue Terran player. This is Gumiho. Jimmy is down a game in the top left-hand side. Scoreboard was wrong for a moment, forgive me. WardiTV Mondays might get higher viewership if we ran it over the weekend. More people off work. Yeah, it would be nice to have a consistent thing to cover on weekends, but it's also nice to have my weekends free and not committed every single week. For I too have a life. And sometimes I do things with it. Also, anytime, if you have it on a weekend, you're even more frequently going to get screwed over by other events. Because everyone wants to run everything on a weekend, you know? Booyah for all on the 29-month resub. I mean, your monthly dog toy donation has arrived. It's actually Ellie's birthday today. So, it has arrived on the perfect day. She is officially aged up. So, yeah. I'd like to say I'd put her on camera to celebrate, but she's probably not going to be here because I already ate my lunch, so she's probably not going to show up. Unless she's secretly on the couch, but she's not. We should run WardiTV Mondays on a Saturday. Maybe in the future, right? WardiTV Mondays edition 344. No other StarCraft 2 exists, so we can run it every day of the week. Incredible. Look at this aggression from Gumi, just the proxy marauder. Gonna get Coquille's Shells proxy factory as well. The aggression is gonna be pouring through. It's gonna be Marauder, Hellion, and Gumi has a rough idea. Something's a little bit up, right? Like he sees there's nothing in the main base. But he doesn't necessarily know what's not in the main base just yet, so we have a weird spot there. Pro patrolling around, a couple stalkers. Actually going to turn around. The Marauders are going to catch the first stalker. This is really not ideal. Two stalkers. I mean, he actually went 2 gateways here. This is going to be difficult. We could actually go after the pylon, no? I guess it's going to be rough because the stalker's going to start popping out. I'm going to say we should immediately go in towards them. The benefit of the Hellion is that you can obviously use the Hellion to attack the probes that pull against the Marauders. The Stalker that was out on the map going to get taken down again, but we have one Marauder very low. The other one already died. A couple of works lost so far. Hellion going to dive through into the main base. Currently waiting on Warp Gate, it seems to build anything else as this Marauder just keeps on running, but those probes are now so far away from the main. Going to recall the Stalkers back to the main base where we obviously had that Hellion running in before. 3 workers have gone down. Go off that Hellion? No, Hellion just got one. There was already 2 on the side of the screen from the Marauders. Yep, that makes sense. Now a medevac's on the way. Gumiho is still on 1 base, so he's still pretty committed here to, you know, being aggressive. Jumi has a forward gateway, so he can warp in aggressively. Even has a pylon on the high ground of the Terran as well, so definitely some possible problems. Proto pops out, gonna start hitting a few Stalkers. Hellion gonna be popping out as well. Tech Lab coming up on the starport. In the main base, the little drop play. Well, Hellions and Marauder get a few workers, so some successful damage. Problem is, we just are not keeping our structures alive here, which is not ideal. Starts Cloak in the face of these Stalkers is definitely a choice as well. At this point, we're going to have ourselves some scary moments over here. SCVs are going to pull in, plus the Hellion to finish off this slow warping of a Zealot. And we kind of need to get rid of this pylon so that we can wall off. I think that's actually a bit of a priority right now. A single low HP Marauder will see the warping starting. But he will get rid of the pylon. It's a pretty big deal because now you're going to remove the high ground vision from the Protoss, but we have nothing really up here. Okay, we bring a Marauder back from the medevac. 2 more Hellions popping out as well, though one of them is low. It's going to go down immediately. Medevac loads up, boost across to the right side. Sentry. I'm going to go down. We're just going to lower the depots. It's just a lot of units here right now from Jumi. I don't know if Gumiho really has a defense that's capable of hanging on in there. Like 1 bunker with 1 Marauder does not seem like it. The barracks take so long to get back. SCVs pull. Hellions obviously don't stand much of a fight against the Stalkers, and at the very least, Gumiho is losing a ton of workers on this. Jumi is just 1 base still, so he's committed. But with no proper factory production or anything, because it's all on the wrong side of the map, it's going to be very difficult. The Marines need to get into the bunker. They really need to protect themselves. We are slowly just about getting rid of the Stalkers. I mean, like I said, I really feel like the Marines in the bunker would just do so much right now. Keep them alive and let their numbers actually grow. Let them jump in right now. So getting to the point where we've almost defended against this. There's not a lot more reinforcements arriving. But we're still losing SCVs. We're 12 against 10 workers at the moment. There's going to be that little bit of harass on the other side. A tank just walks into the main base. They actually just warped in recently because these 3 adepts are going to try and be the next few units as everything else died. I love that the tank just shows up. Surely can get a few more probes at least. We're down 12 workers. Here's Gumiho. He has a 2-base Terran though. He's got a second command center that can be used. So he can rebuild SCVs against a 1-base Protoss. I actually think this game goes on a little bit longer. This tank's actually going to end up going home as well, which is impressive. So the proxy tank walks into the main, gets some workers, walks out and goes home. What a day to be a tank driver. They're going to get rid of that gateway. Factory finally going to fly on back. It's not going to get taken down. Crowd Council starts as Jimmy looks for some tech in the game then. Right now he's purely on gateways, so it's not exactly typically end well for you. However, I don't think Gumiho's really in a position to go pushing across the other side either. He doesn't have many units, so Jumi has some time here where he can get back into this for sure. That should give him a big helping hand. It's not every day that a 3-kill siege tank in your main base killed 3 probes on the other side of the map. Especially with like no medevac out or anything. Yeah. Really is kind of wild. A lot of guys in the pro still building up, charging the +1 armor coming about, Stalker and the +1 attack upgrade building as well. I think Gumiho's fine with this now that we're starting to settle down a little bit. Yeah, thank you so much, OR. 1426 on the 27-month resub. Subscribing in support of the tank drive and his holiday plans. Love it. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate the sub. Who is winning? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of thought Gumiho, but now maybe actually Jumi. Like, Jumi... The thing is, Gumiho has a ton of army supply, and once he finishes an upgrade or two, he can maybe just go across the map, and it might be very difficult for Jumi. But if he doesn't hit that timing, Jumi might get a chance to truly play off of, like, Storm plus other units. Like, right now, he might have a Storm or two, but if he did, he wouldn't have anything else. So if he survives that kind of first wave where it never comes, then Jumi will have a decent setup himself. What Gumiho can do. This is just bio. It's not going to be like a siege up position or anything. Right, so it's not like we can kind of take a position and try and hold it at all. One Marine leads the charge. Sees no third base. That at the very least is a good start. Can actually load up and just drop into the main. One pylon here powers 3 gateways. That would be an immediately good target. I've got the high tempos pulling back, maybe expecting the drop. They're going to go past that pylon. Just really aim for the mineral line work. Aim for some workers. This is your chance to equalize the work count a little bit, and you're going to start doing exactly that. A Stalker or two walking into range, getting into trouble. Marines just going to fight on this far hand side, and obviously try and keep away from high tempo, which will choose to drop feedbacks on the medevacs instead. Next is coming online, the blink starts up. You see a couple more refineries in the barracks and the Widow Mines all building into place still. Flip and the Marauder coming up out as well. Still medevac and Widow Mines looking for a chance to drop in. 1, 2. She's going to get it blow up a few probes, so nice for Gumiho. Going to get another good clump of probes. Still has one Widow Mine left. As, well, I'm sure we'll save that for later. Or we just unload some units here and we look for the High Templar. Doesn't find the target fire on it with the Zealots being right there. Still not bad though. Now a few units on the right side going to come in. This hat Nexus ends up very low very quickly. Nexus is gone. Oh, the rebuild is out of position as well, so it's another minus 100 minerals for Jumi. Just making mistakes at the moment in these early stages. Not ideal. ByuN will be going through. A probe's going down. Night Temple coming in from the left-hand side. Just going to be seeing the siege tank pulling back a little bit. A couple storms coming down. Just continue to split up. High Templars are falling. Archon's going to be dropping. The High Templar here also getting picked away at. Another Archon going to be dropping shortly as well. I mean, Gumiho has just pulled Jumi apart in the last few moments and is looking to get the dub here. GG's. Gumiho 2, Gumiho. Alright. ByuN will play Shin, by the way. Maybe we can have a little peek at that. See if it started already. Let's try and go into Asia. They probably start, though. They usually start quick. Here already in the semifinals, we'll play Gumiho, Maxpax, Eba, or Grape. Oh, I made it. This game won? Yes, it is. Alright. ByuN and Shin are going to go and start up a best of 3 for us. Perfect. Right on time for that. Love to see it. Try and check on the Maxpax section. Hi guys, ByuN vs Shin will be coming up. Shin is just BRB. Already recovering from Star Cup? No, I'm actually pretty tired today still. Let's call Harston.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, Bardo.
Ah, nice to hear from you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Feels like my in-game sound has gotten louder.
Yeah. Maybe your ears have just gotten better.
After a weekend at Home Story Cup, that is often what happens.
Yeah.
It's because when you're walking in Krefeld, you know, your senses
Your
are heightened.
senses have to heighten.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you just still
You need to hear the knife coming, you know, a block away.
yeah, still on alarm mode. Makes sense.
Exactly.
So some TVZ. Are you excited? Some ByuN vs Shin.
Yeah.
On this
I
beautiful
am
Tuesday, full of Monday-based StarCraft.
It is a great name. I have a good feeling about this series as well.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
What the hell? Who are you first person viewing?
You. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the bracket.
I'm first person viewing you. And what ends up happening is I guess we just keep doing the same motion again and again.
But
It's like an infinite loop.
This isn't you? Just memeing around?
I don't know.
Oh no, I don't like those. Making me dizzy. What if I do
Okay,
it now?
nice.
There we go. Now we're just stuck on each other. Perfect. Much better.
Yeah.
I'll follow Rex for a moment. Well, for some reason people can't report scores in 2025.
Who?
Eva and Grape.
Wankers. Should flame them, ban them from future tournaments.
ban them
You should
from
also ban
tournaments.
people that check in and then don't show up. What the hell's up with that?
Yeah, I mean, if they do too much, I just kick them out in the future, but, you know.
Yeah, I freaking hate that stuff. Wasn't enjoyable at all.
Is that what happened to you? You got walkover?
Yeah, I got walked over. The only match I won here was walkover. It's not a good feeling, Wardy.
Oh.
I need to beat up like
You beat
like some
someone up
clown
first.
Yeah, beat someone up. And then even if I lose, it doesn't feel so bad. It's like, at least I beat up someone, you know?
Okay.
Not the case here. Okay, he's gonna play double Barracks Reaper. Also known as the ByuN build.
The ByuN build. He is fairly fond of it.
Are you observing this?
No. I'm on
Yeah,
Rex's
this is
camera.
terrible. The Rex is awful at this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I never use Rex's camera, but I'm trying to fix the bracket.
Jesus, this guy is active with his mouse.
Yeah. Do you need me to observe? I'll be on it in a second.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow up the Reaper for now. Don't worry about it, buddy. Okay, double Reaper into High Ground Factory. Triple CC still. What the hell is this? This is not a 2-on-1, is it? It's gonna be like Banshee or something, but it won't be with Hellions. Unless the Hellions come out of a reactor. Which would be kind of like a reactor that the factory needs to build itself, which would be weird as hell, but maybe theoretically allowed. We see Shin opting for a fast layer 2-base build. Did he cancel Zergling speed? Yeah, he did. Or he never started it. Could be going for a Roach Warren like Queen Drop, which is a build we saw a bit in the past. But not sure what's happening here right now.
Yeah, he's I'm just gonna take that very late third. I think this would have been better if he was against more barracks or more Reapers, but the fact there's only 2 Reapers, now you're being very safe getting to a third base in a scenario where you don't really need to be. ByuN is just getting that stim started, and it is in fact, as he said, starport onto a tech lab, or most likely a Banshee. Or a Raven. How about that? Oh no, how about Banshee? Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, we almost got very excited there.
Yeah, this is almost very cool. And then it turns out it's just a Banshee. And now it's a Raven again. Oh, we're back.
We're so back. You think this is Mac?
Maybe?
No, it's a reactor. So it's not Mac. It would be insane though. Imagine opening up with 2-1-1 Banshee. Or sorry, 2-1-1 Raven. And then going for Mac behind it. I don't think there's anything cooler. Do you know what they're saying right now?
I'm already on the way to translate it, don't worry.
Okay.
I'll let you know. I just have so many random pictures on my phone of just people talking.
Yeah. It's always ByuN as well.
ByuN said, it's in an unlucky place. And Shin said, I thought it was a gift.
Oh, because the Overlord saw it. I didn't realize that. Because the blue, you know, was covered by the blue black hole.
Yeah. Very clever. Alright, well, we got some Marines on the map. They're going to have Stim. They're going to have a Raven to support, and we will be able to go after a little bit of creep spread here for free. No scan needed, so that was a nice little bit of something. Yeah, a few crit teamers. We're going to see the Marines backing away. Okay, coming down, but the Roaches, they get their speeds. They're actually going to be able to chase these Marines, force a Stim early, and that means less HP on them as they try and run back home. The first medevacs are out, but already going to have to put some energy into healing these units back up.
Feels like a fine spot though for ByuN, no? He has triple CC. He has decent upgrade timing. Worker count, not terrible.
Yeah.
It's now adding 3 more barracks.
Seems
it's gonna
very
go up to
reasonable.
5. Yeah.
Team 1 fastest Roach and the Lings. Obviously, going into that fast hive, get a couple of infestors out early and look for some of those fungals to lock these units down. Give you that chance to really kind of smash in with the Roaches and actually be able to take some favorable trades, especially when you're not expecting it, right? Or ready for it.
Yep. The hive is coming in really freaking fast, by the way. So Roaches once again kind of sharking for stuff. With an infestor, sometimes you can get it, but for now, ByuN with the quick stim over here. Ooh, anti-armor missile as well hitting. It's gonna take out a couple of these creep tumors here. This feels kind of okay for ByuN. If he continues just taking out fresh creep tumors for free, I feel like this is completely fine. There's only 5 queens as well. Here come the fungals though, and that is an issue.
Yeah, doubles down on it as well to guarantee some of these kills. It's a lot of the units going down, so good chunk falls. And Shin able to kind of clear up this group of units that was doing a lot, man. I mean, he was getting rid of so much of the group spread and everything, so pushing that back, get yourself some control of the map back from Shin's point of view. I think he's going to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I think so too. Ultra Cavern comes up, man. That thing is fast as hell. 720. Now gets the metabolic boost. +1 melee, +2 carapace. I don't know what ByuN's plan is gonna be. So far, just a second factory. Not a whole lot here, Wardy.
No. Not a whole lot, just a lot of getting established. But I mean, Ultra Cavern's already halfway done, so ByuN's gonna have to skip over to some sort of answer to Ultras really quickly, no? Otherwise, he's just... I mean, Marine tank ain't gonna be it, so... he's gotta get thinking about that ASAP.
Yeah, Shin is on such a wank eco, though. Like 68, like what are you gonna do? Build like half an Ultra?
Hey, maybe you can afford a full one. He saves up.
A food, yeah, but then you have to cut like the anabolic synthesis. Like, look at this. He's gonna build one Ultra. Yeah, and then get carapace, I guess, for it. The chitinous plating. Anabolic synthesis at some point as well. Like, he's working off a freaking 6 gases right now. He built some Ravagers, he built some Infestors. Like, I feel like Ultras are really good, specifically if you have cash and can replenish them. Like the really cool thing about them is that they're so larva, like so larva efficient as well, right? One freaking larva, boom, turns into an ultralisk. So it feels pretty easy to macro, especially if you're low hex count. But I'm kind of afraid that if ByuN, like, he sees it or he gets a good fight right now, that maybe Shin is in a bit of trouble. This was a good fight, however, for Shin. Anti-armor did help out, but not quite enough. There's 3 tanks here on the map. They need to be very careful, because the moment the ultras pop, I think these tanks might just end up falling.
Yeah, it's very easy for the ultras to run into tanks. They really can just absorb a couple of those shots and really just kind of close the distance, and then all of a sudden those tanks end up in a ton of trouble very early. Again, plus 2 carapace is going to be finishing soon. The kindness plane will be finished shortly, as the rest of the army from Shin to the right side, and a 5th hatch going to come down as well.
Yeah, 5th hatch coming down. Double drop once again, moving to a different location. Drops a Reaper at the watchtower just to get a little bit of extra vision. Is that Raven still alive, right? Yeah, so it can be used later on. 2-2 about to finish up. That is the one advantage that ByuN actually does have. Shin, this is a really nicely timed out build. Look at this. 2-1 timing, 5-6 ultras, 2 infestors, 0 banelings, however. So this feels like it might be hard to deal damage if there's lots of tanks and marauders, but right now the tanks aren't really here. The marauders aren't here whatsoever, and Shin is just kind of walk in here and say, hello buddy, how are you doing? And so far ByuN is not doing too hot.
No, a couple of Widowmines get burrowed, going to help against these ultras, which are obviously the biggest issue right now. Anti-armor missile definitely helping a little bit with those as well, as we do manage to back away. I believe we actually lost the infestor without doing much with them at all. The first one definitely went down super early, and I don't see the second any longer. Now you got to chase back as ByuN, so you're going to be able to hunt a few of these units down. Ravages falling, expensive losses, and ByuN will survive through this much more comfortably than I really thought he would. Like, he got pushed back a bunch, but okay, now he didn't lose too much in that whole scenario.
Yeah, resource loss-wise, this was absolutely fine. Anti-armor helping out so much, because he was banking on pure Marine to kill the ultras, and I mean, you give those bad boys -2 ultra, Marines actually can deal a bit of damage, even if you do have the +2 carapace already done. So nice play there out of ByuN, actually making use of his Raven. This is probably one of the first Terrans I've seen use a Raven in a major control group for more than 10 minutes and not fly it into Queens.
Yeah, it's stayed alive for a while now. What champion. Alright, Ghost coming up. So obviously ByuN getting the chance against some better units now, and that's only going to help him in the future. As he plays against these ultras, he will have the Ghost to really snipe through them, so he's getting to a better spot, constantly trying to just find the anti-armor missiles. Going to get another infestor here. That will go down. A few morphing Banes caught as well. Going to really do it. A few more Banelings. There's only a handful on the map already, so really is desperate to get some of these morphed in. Falling back is ByuN in toward those liberation zones as well. This time we're just going to actually, a bit of a weird moment. Baneling comes in from the side. The ultras actually get a bit of a catch, as ByuN maybe chased a little bit too hard on the creep, and Shin takes advantage of that speed boosting, and he's going to get in reach, and these ultras are now putting work on this bio army that just didn't have its ghost count up and running yet. It was on its way there, it's just not ready yet, and now these ultras hitting ByuN in the face, and I do not think ByuN lives through this time.
Yeah, it looked so good for him, honestly, in the middle, but then you get that weird flank. I think there's like 1 or 2 Banelings as well, even without the speed, and they got some big fat hits off. And right now, yeah, ByuN in a world of trouble, let me tell you. +3 armor is about to finish up, but +3 attack is still a bit away as well. This has just not been great here for our Terran player. Still on 70 workers, still has the extra bases, 6 command centers going up at the same time. So if he does survive, his eco isn't actually that bad. The real question is, can he survive? 4 Ghost, 18 Marines, 4 Marauders, really no factory units, and factory units often are key in dealing with this type of push.
Yeah, just doesn't have the support really in the army just yet, especially with a couple of ultras are still leading the charge in. The ultras are all low HP at the very least, but we're going to kill this base. So already a success story. A bunch of SCVs going down. Shin does not need to stick around. He can fall back, get some reinforcements, come again. As obviously, again, just denying bases, keeping your opponent off the 4th base a little bit is nice, especially when you get the SCVs with it too. So you're not only forcing one of the CCs to replace it, but you actually have to stop and rebuild some workers, or just suffer the lack of economy from what you had before.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yes. The funny thing here is that, yes, Shin's position is good, but it's not like he's up 2k in bank, right? Like, he still just is fighting with just this one army that he has, and it's been like this the entire time. Shin is always one bad fight away from just kind of losing the game, and now that 3-3 has finished up, that our ghost count is growing, adding in some, well, hopefully some Liberators, a couple of mines, there is a chance that we still get a good fight, especially off creep. Anti-armor is going to connect big time with, well, at least one Ultra and a couple of Links. Good last second split there out of Shin. Thought really all of these Ultras were going to get caught. Good EMP there on the Infestor as well. The Ultras now moving forward. Let's take a look at this kiting over here. Link flank is beautiful. ByuN is coming in from the side as well. Planetary is most likely going to go down at some point as the ByuN continue chasing onto this Bioforce. Once more, a decent fight here for Shin.
And a decent fight, and he gets a base along with it, right? Anytime you're killing a base like this, it's just reducing that Terran economy so that even if your headbutts into the Terran is inefficient, the economy going down makes it so difficult for the Terran to maintain against you and to kind of stay maxed out. So, again, good job. Gets in, gets some damage done, gets a base kill. There's that one base on the left-hand side. I mean, the difference this time is that ByuN, his replacement for this, this right side base is going to come from the main. He has a bunch of orbitals there, but it's not going to be a quick replacement, and I mean, Shin's already maxed out and ready to go once more.
Yeah. Yeah, Shin also is finally starting to build a little bit of a bank, by the way. It's like 1k in the bank. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it's enough that he has a bit of a buffer. ByuN quickly is maxing out. It's probably due to the fact that he's maxing out on a weaker army again. So he's kind of switching away from the Ghost and saying, hey, I just want as many units as I can, as fast as I can. And he's adding in a lot of Marauders, he's adding in a lot of Marines. He has a couple of Liberators still here. Mine count is still pretty pathetic. Of course, losing that factory over at the third base did not help. He is on 5 base and even has a split going towards the far right. This could be a key moment here in this game. If Shin decides to commit into this and then loses the right side base, that would be really bad. So we're going to keep an eye on all of that. Sniped are going to try to come down. Fungal Boy on Burrows gets a Fungal on 4 Marines, which isn't quite enough, as the Planetary is taking a decent beating. At the same time, the right side army is going to get cleared by the Ultra plus Link defense, and this Planetary will go down. So once again, Shin walking away with a minor win here on the left side of the map.
Yep, damage being done as 11 SCVs have fallen. Just going to see a bit. Bio still chasing up the top side. Ravagers getting caught. They will get chased and shot down as well. A couple more Banelings dropping as well then. And we do have the Marines, Ghost, Marauders still just pumping through from ByuN. Trying to hang on in, but I mean, it's not a quick death, but he's definitely bleeding out over time. He does have good army supply, maybe take good fights, but again, he's working with that very lackluster economy, so he has to take good fights if he wants to stay in this at all.
Yeah, and I mean, resource loss isn't super heavily in favor of ByuN either, right? It's only 2k. This top left side army, by the way, does look like it might have some potential. He's going to pull back for now. Maybe afraid of reinforcements coming over. Shin still only at only at 200 supply. It's not like he can get higher than that. Not a huge bank, but slowly but surely building. Every single time we have one of these fights, it feels like ByuN is struggling more to max out and to re-establish his bases, and Shin is getting an easier time rebuilding that army and also having, building on his bank a little bit.
Yeah, he just improves every time, like I said, every time they fight, and there's always that danger of one time you take a fight bad enough that it undoes all your work over multiple fights, but I mean, just don't fight badly, right? As he's going to drop a nice fungal kill, as the Ultras grab a bunch of those units. And this is the same story as before. He's going to be able to get rid of a bunch of the SCVs. If he pulls a couple of units back, he's going to chase the units up that ramp toward the third base, and that's all you need to do, right? Turn it around, save some Ultras and Banes. Mineral line in this base on the right side is not mined anymore, damage being done, and so overall you're just getting a lot out of this. Maybe you lose this Ultra, but again, Shin is fine because he's slowing ByuN down in a way that ByuN cannot compete with over time.
Yeah, it absolutely seems to be that way. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot here that ByuN is going to be capable of doing, as he's pretty much just bleeding out. We're going to have another double setup attack out of Shin. He's kind of using these split forces to make sure that he can die to any weird run-bys, and also that he always has the ability to attack each base at any point. And here we go once more. This base is going to be forced to lift. Hatchery is under heavy fire, but I don't think Shin is actually going to give this up without a fight. Loses the hatchery, but the Ultra Bay now rolls him forward. I think Shin just trading out army at this point is a completely logical thing to do. Just saying, hey, if I can trade like 1 to 2, that should still be fine. And we see him actually losing quite a few units here, but also setting up for a major engagement onto this forward base, perhaps. And I don't quite see how ByuN is going to stop a battle that comes from 2 sides. Like, if this army gets surrounded, he probably just needs to give up his bases. The Link split off are going to start working on these SCVs. Baneling's probably going to connect with the majority of these goes. We get a pickup. And ByuN is going to be capable of evacuating some portion of his army, but his fort base is gone, 26 workers died, and his natural is being breached as well. Wardy, I think Shin has finally done it. And I don't really see a way for ByuN to come back. I don't understand what it would look like, the path into the comeback.
A lot of like very heavy camping. Like, but I mean, he's being kind of just laid back and not doing much anyway, and he's still taking damage. So yeah, if there was a path, it would be a very, very long one, but off of 11 SCVs.
Yeah, I guess he has 6 orbitals. Yeah, he has some mining. It's not a lot, but you know, it's going to be capable of at least getting minerals into the bank. Yeah, this army is just a bit too weak. Army supply for ByuN is, funnily enough, really, really good right now. 112 against 108. It's probably the best army he's had in a while. The problem is he has no SCVs to really back this up anymore. Don't forget, these mines also never got the drilling claws upgrade, if I'm not mistaken. No, they don't. So they don't burrow quickly. They're not invisible. Bottom right side is going to fall. I don't think Shin actually gives a crap. This Raven, by the way, has dealt so much freaking damage over this game, indirectly by using the anti-armor missile. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, it hasn't picked up a single kill itself. It's just been anti-armor missiling, but it's going to live pretty much until the end of the game here. Obviously, Corruptors are going to make it a lot more difficult. There's another anti-armor missile that will help, but obviously the situation is that this is just too far gone. I feel like the Raven going down is an indicator that this game is pretty much done, because it has been a major part of this game. It will be no longer, as the Ultra Bane just crashes in for a few more ghosts, a few more Marines, and it does look as though Shin has got himself likely a GG out of ByuN any moment now. ByuN is going to fight until the absolute bitter end, though. There we go. GG.
Oh, GG.
He didn't want to give up.
Yeah. Freaking Terran players, man. Hey,
Terran players.
Did you see my Zerg MMR?
No.
I'm almost 5'6" right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I grew from 5, I think it was 5,250 to 5.6 in like 2.5 months or so.
Very impressive.
Yeah, I'm proud. That's why I mentioned it. So you can praise me.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks. I appreciate it. So also, like, I really understand Zerg is what I'm trying to tell you. You know, I'm an expert in multiple races now.
Expert in Zerg.
Yeah.
Has it not come at the cost of your Protoss expertism, though?
Expertism?
Expertise. Thought you might let that one slide, but no, I see.
No shot.
No shot.
If you're starting to question my expertism, then I get to question yours, which is words.
Yeah, my words are not great. It's tough. I have a hero in the semifinals, by the way. He's going to play.
Oh, really? He beat Max?
He beat Mana.
Mana.
He plays Maxpax or Gumiho in the semis.
Ooh, that's kind of exciting.
And ByuN beat uThermal 2-1, so he's playing Classic. The winner of that plays the winner of this. Just as a little bracket update. Now we get to go into game number 2. This is in the top right. Our red Terran player is ByuN from the Shopify Rebellion. The bottom left, the blue Zerg from WBG Weibo is Shin.
It's called Weeb Gaming. Weibo? Weibo Gaming.
Weibo.
Weibo Gaming. What is it? Is it a gaming company?
No, it's a streaming platform in China, I think, though.
Oh, you might be right, actually, yeah. Didn't even think of that.
I think it's
I
like
used to stream on Huya. Do you know?
Huya?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's also a Chinese streaming platform. And there they would give you... It was kind of like how TikTok is, where they don't give you money, but they give you like gifts. So I would get like cans of beans, loads of them, and lightsabers and stuff like that. I remember one day I streamed for like, I think 2 or 3 hours, and I must have gotten like hundreds of lightsabers and like so many canned beans. And at the end I asked like the guy from Weibo how much money I made, and it was like €2.39. All right. That's freaking great.
Yeah, you can just do anything for like 1 cent on that platform.
Yeah.
It's like you donate like 1 cent. It's like, congratulations, you have officially you've officially taken over the entire screen for 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like there would be planes with like messages flying across your screen and stuff. And it'd all be talking about like Brother Bird and others. Like I had my translation app on. It's very difficult to do, but it's pretty fun. Chinese community is huge as well.
going to be a fairly normal opening, no multi-racks. It's actually going to be a Marine first as well, so not even a Reaper. Just speed up the timing of the factory.
Why is this command center so fast? Was this CC first, Wardy?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Pretty typical.
Dude, CC first factory timings are so busted quick.
Yeah, like CC first get double gas is wild.
Yeah, it's so good. And then you just pull out of gas and you still get a fast third CC as well. Like, it actually feels absolutely insane. The 4 links are going to make their way across the map. So I think this is bad if there's a Reaper. This is also bad if it's a 2-Rex maybe. Because I think with 2-Rex you probably are going to have like 3 Marines out. Or you just hold for a little bit. The funny thing right now is that you're going to need to make a naked Hellion pretty much, right? Like you can't swap. At least I don't think you can. Yeah, so he's going to go like Marine Hellion. We're going to actually allow these links in. Shin didn't want to go in though. He saw the invitation, but I was like, no, I know this house. I don't get to leave then. And he's right.
Good defense. Lings have to walk home. And we just see the starport coming up for ByuN to maybe get into a little bit more pressure here. Not surprised to see him changing it up, of course, right? That first game was one that Shin kind of took control of pretty early. ByuN never really got to do his thing, so...
Why is he floating this much cash? Is this part of the build?
I feel like no.
You know what my theory is here, what happened?
Yeah.
Is that usually he gets to spend his cash because he's double Hellying, reactoring, you know? But he's kind of sticking to his build order, and now he's floating like this weird amount of gas, or this weird amount of minerals. He probably could have just had like a way faster CC. Because it felt weird, no?
Yeah, I think he could have put the CC down and then gone into Hellions after and stuff, right? Like, he just had a bunch of money.
Yeah. I don't think it would have actually like mattered much on the Hellion time, maybe like 3 or 4 seconds or something, which I think is probably worth it. But sometimes like these small annoying things, they ruin your mental build order so much. It's the same when people hatch block you. Sometimes I know I'm ahead after I get hatch blocked, but because they ruined my freaking build order, I don't know exactly when my gateways are supposed to go down and my fort and like what the contextual timings are. It's freaking annoying. I hate it so much. So then you need to like map out a build order in every single situation. It's like think, okay, if this is delayed by 15 seconds, when are my gates coming in? You know, it freaking blows big time.
That's when you know you're an expert. Everything annoys you.
Yeah, it's true.
The Queens coming online. Evos, drones, OVs, and everything being built up. We do just take a pretty standard route through this. Is Shin. He's going to play the Evo chambers before last, so he's going to be focused on the melee upgrades. That means he's going to have a later bane speed, but with melee upgrades, the Lings can be pretty contesting against the initial Marines, and so...
I wonder if ByuN's happy with this spot. You know what we should do? We should have like... You know in chess they had like this booth where you could sit and you could talk about the games. Have you heard about that?
The booth?
Yeah, basically like while you're playing your game, you can there's like an area like with a microphone, and there you can talk about what you think of the game currently. You know, it's like, oh, I think I'm winning, like this guy's a moron or something like that, you know? We should have it in StarCraft. It's like a pause, and then like 6 minutes in, you ask both players like, all right, what do you think is going on, you know? I feel like it would be sick to have a look into their heads. And it'd be forced to do it. You can't deny it.
I feel like the players are going to absolutely despise this.
Yeah, of course they would. They're doing it to save StarCraft 2 here, Wardy. They're gonna have to agree on it. All these cars went down. This was not going to be a car in ByuN's army.
This is kind of a wild fight. It started very well for ByuN because he was getting rid of the queens, but then he lost all the Hellions, backed into a corner. But he did get 5 queens in the end, so a lot of the queens lost from Shin. Maybe some missed tumors now.
Oh no! Look at this! Look at this run by going in. This is not a full wall. There's a hole in that wall. Ooh, it's a lot of Marines though. Oh shit!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Could have been even worse. ByuN misclicked the rocks as well, so could have had a couple extra. Looks like one of the Banshees went down during this as well, but ByuN has definitely been able to propel himself so far into a very good position. That's a lot of free kills after knocking down the queens. Now we're going to come across the map with 1-1 finishing. Bane speed not done yet from Shin. He's got 15 Banes more than those, so he will have some AoE threat, just not the best.
Yeah, this is... Tank's gonna get picked up here. Well done out of ByuN. Ling run by could actually be a little bit scary. Bench is gonna make its way back home. What do we have defensively right now for Shin? Not really seeing a whole lot. Couple of Banelings. 1-1 has completed. No combat shield is a big deal here, by the way. With combat shield, I don't want to say that this game is over, but it would be very tough. This Ling run by is dealing serious damage as well at the same time. Got a couple of stims in already. Fourth phase, is it gonna die? No, it won't. This is the third stim over here, and these units are deep into the red and the orange. Target fire with the tanks is great, by the way. Lots of Banelings dying before they ever reach the Marines. Worker supply for ByuN is not looking great, but this fight went about as well as it could have without the combat shield.
Yeah, it was very nice. He's going to get cleaned up in the end. We'll have to live the last few Marines, but reinforcements are coming. And that probably just means we can keep the pressure up. As Shin, he's morphing his Banelings right now. Yeah, he's going to have to cancel those because they're right in front of the Terran players. So he's just going to have Lings to fight this, which is not ideal. I mean, ByuN knows that those Banelings morphing are pretty fresh, so he's got no fear in kind of stepping up. And he's going to take game 2 with some power plays, and it's going to be tied up 1-1.
Yeah, well done. That was tight, man. Good control out of ByuN there. Nice target fire with the tanks. I really thought without combat shield he was going to get wiped. Because 1-1 was already done. Oh, man.
What a day.
Can't believe I have to leave your freaking channels now as well.
No way to fix it.
There's no way to fix it. Surreal. This guy's been at it for like 2 hours as well.
I know. It's incredible, right? He has nothing better to do.
Yeah.
That's why we should give people jobs.
Just give them a job?
Yeah. Do something with their life.
Yeah. I'm with you. Give them a job.
Playlines. Map 3. Who are we thinking? Some Zerg representation? Or some Terran representation in the round of 4?
I'm feeling some Zergs here, man. I would love for Shin to do well. I'm a huge Shin fan.
I'd love for Shin to win another Monday Cup. It's been a while.
Has he ever won a Monday Cup?
Yeah.
Once?
Edition number 1, I believe. Oh, sorry, edition 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, edition 2.
Today it's possible because Clem is not... Actually, Shin is playable against Clem as well, but not super favored.
Well, in edition 2, he beat Clem, then Maxpax.
Ooh. That's crazy.
Truly one of the most difficult ways to win it, but yeah. And that was the last time we had a Zerg player win this tournament.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy now.
Wait, that is the last time a Zerg won this tournament?
Yeah, edition number 2.
To be fair, the Zergs freaking don't sign up. Like, they can't complain about not winning tournaments if they don't sign up.
Well, I mean, like, Solar and Rogue have played a bunch, though, no?
Yeah, but it's not the same, is it?
Well, no, it's not Reyna or Sero.
Maxpax, Clem, Hero here every single week.
Zerg's
and then the Zergs are not sending their best. They're not.
You think they should go in the Zerg Discord and nominate someone every week to go and play for them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's messing with the statistics as well. Like we are sending our best, you know. We're also sending our worst players because I'm also playing every single week. But we're definitely like Maxpax is. How many do you think Maxpax has missed? Like 2 or something?
Of these? Like 5 or 10.
5 or 10.
Yeah, probably like 10. If I had to guess.
10. Okay, well, Clem has probably also missed like 6 or 7.
He's probably
but like Hero is here like majority of the time too. Like we're sending high-level players. I don't know.
It's just tough being a Zerg, man. You have to protect your builds.
But the 5 queens and drones.
Yep. Can't let that slip out into the world.
Yeah, Zergs don't have build orders. I know because
you're a Zerg expert
expertism
now.
on it. Expertism. I have an expertism on it.
You have an expertism.
Yeah, expertism. Huge expertism.
I love that.
ByuN, I'm a huge fan of this guy. Going for 2 racks after failing with it in game 1, then playing CC first in game 2 and destroying his opponent. Now back into 2 racks openers. It is a different though, because game 1 it was, what was it? 2 Reaper into Raven, and now it's 3 Reaper into, so far, triple CC.
Yeah. Anything still possible as the couple Reapers. We'll just gather obviously the 3rd on the way. Things on the high ground, so that's not going to get very much done. Gotta get out straight away there. As, yeah, third Reaper shows up, but defense so far from Shin has been absolutely solid.
Yeah, it is. It has been. It has been. Solid defense. But I mean, it's not that hard if you're not taking a third base, you know?
No.
It's a little bit like saying you didn't get sunburned when you just stayed inside of your room with the windows closed the entire day.
Yep.
It's not impressive, you know?
It's not impressive, no. Well, no, you resisted the urge to go outside. It's impressive.
Yeah, that's true. But that's not very difficult for me either.
Shin resisted the urge to build a third when you would usually want it.
That's true. Oh, it's so warm outside. Do you have an AC in your house, Wardy?
No.
Are you considering it?
And no, it's only warm here for like 1 week a year. Just suffer.
Yeah, it's warm here like for 2 weeks a year, I think.
2
Maybe
weeks.
3.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a couple more heat waves than we do.
But it's so miserable is the issue.
Yeah, it is very miserable when it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to get AC in my studio, but I just don't think it's worth it.
Also in the bedroom, you know? Like I hate sleeping when it's warm.
Yeah, I can't sleep with the AC on. It destroys my throat.
Yeah, but you can turn on the AC before and then, you know.
Possible, yeah.
Also maybe AC and then, like, what does the AC do? It dries out the air maybe, so put in a humidifier.
Put in a humidifier. Creates,
plus AC.
Creates, creates humidity. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's solutions to your problems, right?
It's not my problem. You're the one bitching about it.
Well, it's awfully aggressive.
I thought that's what we did. We just got aggressive with each other all the time.
Yeah.
Although that was our vibe.
A little bit aggressive. I'll keep an eye on this. Alright, what the hell is happening? This is a road in with +1 carapace, isn't it?
Yep.
This feels similar to the previous game. Imagine you're ByuN, right? And you remember what happened the previous game. You got blasted by an Ultra Rush. And then now, the other dude is going for a freaking roach all-in. It's not even a real all-in. Like, he is just walking across with this. It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel like it has much power in it at all. 16 roaches out. But you already have Marines that have stim. He's about to see the roaches. Oh, he sees it. Loses a couple Marines because he's not watching. If he loads in the medevacs and gathers everything together, he's got a tank popping. He's already got a tank out even.
Yeah, I'd love for this combat shield not to die, but I feel like that's a dream. And it will remain only a dream. Tank is about to siege up. Here come the Marines in from the side. That's a big tank shot. You saw that?
Yeah, the tank shot was huge. Right in the center, the roaches really putting some splash in. Marines probably want to be careful not to chase too hard though, right? Because the tank fire is a big part of why you will defend this. Marines are going to get outnumbered. You need the splash. The thing is now we've got the Ravager count to actually get rid of the siege tank, but we are going to go for the save, and he does save the tank the first time around. And pull it back, get prepared, but the Broaches are breaching in, and this time the tank is going to go down for sure. Our next siege tank is still only halfway done, so it looks as though Shin is going to have the numbers to push on through into this natural and to kill off all these Marines. And a whole bunch of SCVs along with it. Wow.
Hello? Freaking mule block over here out of ByuN. I'm not sure if it's going to matter that much, as these units, they do get stuck in a corner, but then they said, alright, if we can't escape, we're just going to fight your SCV. I'm also fine with that. 23 SCVs are going to go down, and Shin, with a 60-ish drone roach push with +1 carapace, is going to be blasting ByuN out of this world here on ley lines. Some crazy moves. Did you see the grenade as well to pop like the 2 Ravagers to the inside?
Yeah.
Like, the micro moves were freaking there, man. Micro Jackson is back, but he has no units left.
No units left. Only half army supply against roaches is not terrible though, and Shin is stopping to drone. I mean, that's the bigger issue, is that Shin is like, you know what, let's drone up, right? And the reality is that ByuN is very far behind on workers already, so he is going to struggle to match his opponent in terms of numbers in the near future.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's an issue. He's building a 4 CC. He's gonna go mech? He's adding another factory here. Look at this. The ByuN is cooking something right now that we can't quite comprehend, let me tell you.
Maybe his only way to win this is to play mega defense with the tanks.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is, no? Like, you go, what, like 12 tanks, 15 tanks, 18 tanks? Like, old school ByuN style. Do you remember the games, like, maybe a year and a half ago, where ByuN would just do absolutely nothing for the first 18 minutes, and then do absolutely nothing for the next 30 as well? So really, you have 48 minutes of ByuN trying to, you know, simulate the headspace of meditating, but then in a StarCraft 2 game. It's like just paying attention to the breath the entire time. That's all he would be doing. It's like moving back and forth with the freaking Marines. 18 tanks or so. And frequently what would happen is that the first time someone would go for a Brood Lord push, he would have not enough anti-air and would die against it.
I do remember these games. Very fun.
Interactive.
Yeah. Really give you a lot to talk about, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they really do. You have so much, you know, freedom because nothing is happening. It's like a podcast, except there's a StarCraft game somewhat going on.
Yeah. You have to pay really good attention to yourself.
Okay, 11 Ravagers versus 4 tanks and 20 Marines. Wardy, give us your rundown of what's going to happen here.
Shin's going to run in, kill about half of it, and then have to run back and then kill him the next wave.
You think so?
I'm not sure. I think maybe because...
Look at the depots, though. Like,
yeah,
they're going to be annoying to walk through.
The setup from ByuN is good.
Pool.
You should have to be careful about it, right? Like, he's adding on an infestation pit. Like, he sees the need to maybe play a longer game, but he's also... I think he knows that he should be able to fight, so... We're going to give it a go. 5th tank siege is up. SCVs are going to pull toward the tanks to try and do repairs, or just stop the Ravagers topside. It's going to crush everything, huh?
Yeah, these bile setups are so good. Got like 2 tanks pretty much instantly. Coming in from 2 angles. GG gets called. Shin is going to advance into our first semifinals.
Yeah, I did not account for him coming in from 2 angles. That was very smart.
Yeah, I love that. Actually, nice fight out of Shin. What are we doing? Classic Shin or Hero Maxpax?
Go NA.
Yeah, no. Okay, I love it.
We got PvP, then some PvZ, and then either more PvZ or PvP after. Exciting.
Classic
day.
Shin. I think Classic is probably one of the best PvZs in the world right now.
Yeah, he's very good.
So I'm afraid for Shin. However, if there's one guy that could beat Classic in PvZ, it would probably be Sero.
But he didn't beat him last time.
No, but he could.
He could, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Theoretically strong. Just like how ByuN can theoretically finish a beer in 1 chuck.
Theoretically doesn't get you anywhere.
It really doesn't. It leaves you with a warm beer, that's what it does.
Mm-hmm. And for Maxpax to start us off, Incorporeal going to be the opening game of the semi-final. We're counting down into it. That's efficiency. Straight into games. No downtime.
Yeah, it's been good. Except earlier today when I had to wait 15 minutes for my opponent to be AFK.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get the bad draw, you know.
Yeah, it was a bad draw. Absolutely did get unlucky. Alright, what the hell
like
do we have going on over here? Talk to me, Wardy. Hero versus Maxpax. You usually have more recent insights than me on Maxpax. As in, like, what is he being up to, you know? Like, is he still one gating every single game?
I mean, I would guess he is, but I haven't cast him for a couple of weeks because he got knocked out with like round of 8 last week and I didn't get to watch.
Ooh. Yeah, he's been losing a lot of PvPs.
Yeah. His PvP seems to be really struggling at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
which is funny because most people think that 1 gate expand got easier to hold, but not the way that Maxpax plays. We actually believe right now that the way that Maxpax plays is almost impossible to hold, which is with the very fast Stargate, no sentry. Like, I think it's so difficult. It's the same thing that Showtime tried against Zaun on the final map in Home Story Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really difficult to play like that. Like, you need to be very, very skilled in the Void Ray micro. And also, if you make 1 mistake at any point, you usually die. And there's a lot of builders that can kill you. And yes, you do get ahead, but it's so freaking difficult to do. Like, it's so hard. Maxpax also is playing exclusively double gas right now. He never plays Nexus before core anymore, or hardly ever, because he doesn't feel safe doing it. So even when he does get into a macro game, his advantage isn't as big as it used to be, because he doesn't have that super fast Nexus, you know?
Do you think there's a point he should just, like, play different?
I think... I'm not necessarily saying different. I think there needs to be a bigger diversity of builds that he has.
Yes, like when he does it, like, he doesn't get hard count as much.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now he's actually very simple to play against. It's not easy, but it's simple, because you know exactly what he's gonna do. And as a result, a lot of lower level players have beaten him. I think Maxpax's mid and late game in PvP is phenomenal. However, he doesn't really seem to get there anymore, because majority of the games are just going to be one base all-ins. And we see Hero right now opening up with an Adept, Stalker, Warp Gate, fake Proxy Pylon. Ooh, Maxpax here, going for Sentry first. I like this a lot. Sentry first plus the Warp Gate instead of that quick Stargate. Sometimes he still goes into a fast Stargate anyway. But we'll have to wait and see. There's like multiple ways of playing. You can either go, okay, he's gonna go Stargate. You can go into like fast robo for a powerful defense, or you can go into like 3-gate is what we've seen a lot for high gateway unit counts. Right now, it's going to be one base Twilight. Oh, Hero is doing like a semi all-in. It is not a real all-in, but there's going to be some heavy pressure coming off of this.
Coming to you attack that early, you obviously want to get something out of it, right? Like, his Nexus could have been sooner, so definitely wants to get a little bit of value here.
I think he will. I think he will. Right? He's going to get this this blink going. So if you're Maxpax and you see this, I think the most logical response for Max is to go single Oracle into Robo, perhaps. That sounds like a pretty decent plan to me. So trying to match your own blink in this case is just going to be too late, and you're gonna get abused. So what you want instead is just to kind of chrono out a Robo, I think. Chrono out an Immortals. Not what Maxpax is doing here. Interesting. He's gonna go for the blink match timing, but look at this. Blink is gonna be done a full minute and a half earlier for Hero. Hero is adding in a third gate as well. It's gonna have a lot of Stalkers. You're probably gonna lose majority of your sentries here in this case. Like, you just walk in as Hero, you shoot the sentry, you blink back. You're gonna take some damage, but you get a kill and the opponent doesn't.
It's going to make it very tough. As the Oracle sets up one stasis, and then we'll go across the map to take some map control and put some pressure on.
Yeah, that's the one thing that that Maxpax has got going for himself, is that he's going to force a lot of Stalkers to stay home with this Oracle, right? You want to have at least 2 Stalkers in position to deal with this. Ooh, it's going to be -1 trope. Well done on the Max. Gets the Revelation onto this base as well. We have a third gate on... No, sorry, just a second gate on the way for Maxpax. Third gate will start now. I mean, Hero is going to be in a great spot. He has 7 Stalkers. He has a really freaking fast blink. He's going to get a probe out to get a pylon in the mix. I think this stasis ward is going to be absolutely vital here for the survival of Maxpax. Because look how much time he needs to bridge. Like, this blink is what, like a full 60, 70 seconds away from finishing right now.
Yeah, it's very tough to fight the fight the blink stalkers without blink of your own, right? So definitely not ideal. Oh, the stasis is so close to going off. Hero not gonna see it, and now eats it on all of the stalkers right away.
Yeah, huge deal, right? That's going to win so much time here for Maxpax. Without that, I think Hero just walks in, picks up individual units. We're gonna get a 4th gate into the mix as well right now. Oracle in the main base, by the way, has very little HP remaining. Tried to go in earlier. We have hallucinated Stalkers coming out of Maxpax, as well as the 4th gate defensively. 42 workers to 33. So as long as Max manages to hold over here, it's going to be in a great spot.
Yep, defense is all he really needs at this point, and he is getting closer to it. Of course, as soon as Blink finishes up, you are in just a good position in terms of how your units play. So it is getting to that point. Obviously, the numbers are still there from Hero, but he kind of has to go now. I mean, the longer he waits at this point, the tougher it's going to be. Going to go forward with the probe initially, knows where he can go without being stasis at the very least. And it's going to be a proxy gate on the other side from Maxpax. So the follow-up, you know, if this falls apart from Hero, Maxpax can turn this straight to aggression on the other side. Guardian Shield pops up, Hero loses his sentry, and, well, now he's just going to dive in after this. It's very risky play.
Yeah, gets a couple of Stalkers though, and these trades are actually pretty fine for Hero. The main problem for Hero is that there's a couple of Stalkers still stuck in the main base as well. 3 new ones show up over here. It is 9 Stalkers to 14. But as I said, 2 in the main means it's really 12 against 10 right now. Get a blinking forward once more. Maxpax full blinks away. That means he can't really blink individual stalkers anymore. That might have been a mistake here, Wardy. That was a very good trade for Hero just now.
Yeah, he's able to come in and just one-shot the stalkers especially is very powerful, right? Just getting in. Every single shot you fire is guaranteed to make a kill. He's doing the same again, just comes in. Nice blinks this time, dodging some of the shots. Probes are starting to pull forward again. Obviously, Maxpax can afford to lose some of those, but the work accounts are evening out. And now Hero has an army supply lead. I mean, the advantage for Maxpax is now going to be, what, the +1? But he's still getting jumped on by these stalkers. Not quite a one-shot there, but he still has the numbers. If they all fire at once, he gets a couple more kills. Love the target firing that Hero's bringing out. Gets a lot done. He is losing some works on the other side, though, as the Stalker's not here in the natural, and that's 9 probes lost just as Hero, even work account out. He loses 9.
Yeah, and the Oracle is also going to go home right now. Some stasis defensively is going to help out so much. Probes are falling on the side of Maxpax too. Here comes the stasis. Hero will trigger it instantly. You get a blinking forward once more, but I think Hero actually lost his edge over here. I don't think he has a Stalker lead anymore.
Yeah, it seems pretty rough. It's going to come on through. It's just going to be seeing Hero still trying to fight out. I mean, he gets a lot more probe kills at least, so he once again takes a worker lead in this game. But I just don't think he's got the Stalkers that can truly fight through this. Not with a battery that's still had a bit of energy left there as well. Going to make that very difficult. And it does look as though Hero is going to... he's still going for it, man. He's still diving in. He still believes. But he's losing probes once more.
Yeah, Oracle actually, by going home, baited the 2 stalkers to move across the map. Maxpax went around it, killed a lot of workers, +1 is about to finish up as well. And that means that for the first time, despite having inferior numbers, I think Maxpax is going to be perhaps capable of trading a little bit better here. Does not have any energy left though on those batteries. We still have a slight stalker lead for Hero as well. The probes now are going to show up, and they will actually help out here, funnily enough. Look at these 5-6 probes. The tanking that they're doing is phenomenal here. Maxpax in a world of trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have the numbers.
4 or 5 stalkers.
Yeah, so many of those stalkers are like super low HP as well, right? So they blink back low HP, they got healed up, but that means they're easily taken out. Those few probes of Hero actually did have a positive impact. He is going to break through in the end after an incredible back and forth game. Hero is able to grab that first one.
Yeah, it was a fun one. I enjoyed that. Give that one 5 stars on the scale of PvP.
Yeah, on the scale of PvP, especially like aggressive early game PvP. Absolutely give it a 5 star.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Review.
Really nice control out of Max. Sorry, out of Hero. I feel like Maxpax was a bit too aggressive with his initial blink backs, just going with the full blink back instead of doing individual stalkers after the blinking of Hero. Like the first 2 times, he just went full blink to the right side, and that really played into Hero's hand. And I mean, after that, fantastic Oracle movement out of Max, and Hero just a little bit too strong there in the end. I am surprised that Hero ended up winning though.
Yeah, I feel like he was so good at actually being able to target down Stalkers. Like, there was so many times where he's just one-shotting Stalkers. It really felt like it made a pretty significant difference. So, we'll be playing West for Game 2 as well. So, server preference to Hero for the second map. Europeans had the server advantage today, but it's done them no good.
Yeah, freaking Europeans, man. Completely useless when it comes to StarCraft.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, Maganatha for our map as well. This map continuously to me feels super big, you know, like that doesn't always matter in PvP, but we will see what goes down. In the top left, the Blue Protoss player down a game from Storm is Hero. No, it's Maxpax. So I have post-home story cup brain lag.
And in the bottom right for Twisted Minds. It's Hero. What time did you go to bed on Sunday, Wardy?
About 3.
Oh.
Well, because I left you guys at the pizza place.
Uh-huh.
I woke back with Lambo.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, I went to bed like 20 minutes after that because I had a shower and packed.
Gotcha, yeah. We just came home and also pretty much pissed off instantly. Sat downstairs for a little bit.
Yeah, the guys were in the lobby, right?
Yeah. Just a lot of people in the lobby. That lobby was full.
Yeah.
Like 20 people or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hero is the one that's gonna go for the 1 gate.
That's because you know what happened?
No.
So I was on a shuttle with a bunch of people who had a 10:30 flight, but my flight was 11:30. So obviously I was going to be at the airport super early anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I woke up to take TV at 7:30 in the morning. I've slept for like 4 hours. I feel like shit. I get there and the shuttle guy's like, "Hey, you have an 11:30 flight, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I can't take you on this shuttle. There's 6 of you and I only have 5 seats." I was like, "Bro," he was like, "If you just wait here, I'll be back in like an hour." I was like, "There's no way I'm sitting here outside of Take TV for an hour at 7:30 in the morning."
So what did you do?
I just got a taxi.
Oh,
I mean, I was like mad. I could have had like an extra hour in bed, hour and a half. Like, I was pissed.
Jesus. How much was the taxi?
Not cheap. €50.
Yeah, freaking taxis.
Yeah. Like, it's not even that far of a drive, but
Nah, freaking expensive, man.
yeah. Scammed.
Yeah, it's an automatic scam. All right. We have over. Ooh, Nexus. Salad Sentry. What is my good friend Hero doing over here? Stalker. Once again, this Sentry into Stargate play. I don't know what I think of this, Wardy. Actually, I do know what I think of this. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense, does it? Like, a Sentry really gives you a lot of what a Stargate gives you in terms of scouting and so on, right? So
Yeah, but I think the main thing is that you can trap Stalkers. So like your first Void Ray comes out and you have ta-da, you get Stalkers. So I think if you scout no Nexus here, maybe what you're supposed to be doing is going for a Void Ray first. So like I like this more than his previous build, but it still feels like always going into Stargate. It is too much, you know?
Yeah.
Is it really necessary? Is our lead not big enough with a robotics facility? Like, I'd much rather have a freaking, like, an Immortal being pooped out right now than this Void Ray. Imagine that.
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get another Gateway in the mix as well, so it's going to be a straight up 4-gate.
Yep.
I'm very curious how this is gonna play out. I'm not actually too familiar with the Sentry Void Ray versus a 4-gate.
Oh, we will have a little bit of a look as the Stalker started to put some pressure on. There's a force field to try and trap a little bit. Could have had a Stalker on the left if he force fielded a second time, but seems like he wants to keep a bit of energy. First Void is out. Obviously from Hero, this is the point where you just want to build up enough Stalkers to really shoot through that Void Ray comfortably and easily. Don't let the batteries get to heal too much. So for him, it's just building up Stalkers while still poking for a little bit.
Yeah. There's no energy right now for a recharge, by the way. We're still pretty far away. So this is the last force field that we're gonna get for the next, like, 20 seconds or so. Once that recharge comes in, we're gonna have... Actually, we're gonna have 3 force fields. That is very good. Let's see if we can survive till then. Sentry dies. Oh, Wardy. This is bad news.
Yeah, the Sentry really didn't do much of anything. Nexus continues to take hits. Void Ray takes a shot, so a little bit of battery energy used already. Second Void Ray is here, but the Stalker count is getting very scary. We really are closing in on that point where we can start one-shotting the Void Ray. Prismatic Alignment pops, so you do get a couple force fields down for one single Stalker. It's a bit of a slow, but another one, I'm not sure. That's a much better force field now. A lot of Stalkers actually do get trapped, and Hero decides to dive forward. Takes a little while, though. Gets a Stalker out of it himself. Loses another. He's going to get the Sentry now, but... Well, that was definitely scary. It was a good moment for Maxpax, but he was already having the odds stacked against him, so I don't think it's been enough to turn the tables.
Yeah, energy recharge still really far away. I think the plan should be to get another Sentry out, and then with triple Void Ray, maybe you can do something. He is up 7 workers as well, so theoretically, even returning back onto the high ground is perhaps a viable play here. That one Void Ray is extremely low, as Prismatic Alignment has started on one of the back voids right now. Okay, here we go. Stalkers moving in forward. Start targeting down the battery by accident, as all Stalkers on Maxpax's side go down, and the Void Ray falls as well. Battery's pretty much empty. I think Hero might have just done it.
Kind of looks like it, right? I mean, the Void Ray is surviving for a little bit longer, but the Stalker count is undeniable. Maxpax is eventually going to lose this Nexus as well, as we're going to make a step forward. Looked like we wanted the Void Ray there. Going to just settle for the Nexus. Actually had a battery doing a bit of healing to it as well, which isn't great. These batteries are now exposed, and Maxpax will just say GG as Hero takes the 2-0.
Very frustrating as Maxpax continues his Stargate expansion spell, and also kind of continues losing with it, because his PvP has dropped in my mind significantly over the past few months. If you take a look at his Aleaga luck, like that green line is way below the average black line right now.
Oh wow!
It used to be so good.
Yeah. His PvP is dropping, huh? That's crazy. Crazy. Alrighty.
Like there was a time where I think Hero versus Maxpax, like 8 out of 10 times would just go Maxpax's way.
Yeah, no, Maxpax was favored in this matchup for sure.
Like by a lot. And now, I mean, I don't think you can realistically say anymore that Hero is worse than Maxpax. Like Maxpax right now is just worse than Hero in the direct and probably in some of the outside matchups as well. Maybe even PvT. It's hard for me to say.
I mean, to me, it's been a while since Maxpax has really been, well, as he used to be, basically. Like, he struggles a lot right now.
Man. But I still rank 4 in the league, like.
I know, but I feel like before I saw Maxpax just always winning. And now I feel like every matchup he plays is, I'm a little bit unsure for him. I mean, yeah, he's still rank 4, but...
He used to be rank 3. Or 2 even, I think he was at some point.
Hmm.
I think 3 is the highest he got, actually. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Don't you have like history, you know, of things? Like what was his peak? You can see that. April 30, 2025. He had 3,500 and 53. January 22, 2025, he was 3,578. Did he ever break 3.6? 3,591. 3,591 might be the highest that he's had. Yeah, 3,591.
3591.
Yeah, that was June 12, 2024. And there's always a little bit of inflation. So that would be 3.650 right now, I think.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I think this is the first time that over a period of 6 months he's gotten worse.
Like ever?
Sorry?
Like ever?
Together?
Ever. Like...
Ever, yeah. I don't... I'm trying to look for another 6-month period in which he went down in rating, and I don't see it.
Hmm. Yeah.
He's had a crazy rise, by the way. Like, crazy.
Hmm. Has like he has a little dip in July 2023, and that's about it.
July 2023.
Yeah, but then he rebounded after. So...
Yeah, from 3,300 to 3,272. Is that the one you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you go back, it's still higher though than his 6 months before. Dude, this guy's been a beast for so long. What the hell? It's hard to forget. He's been like a top 3 player for like 2 years now, a top 5 player.
Yep. He's been very good. We have Classic and Shin doing some videos.
Love that they waited for us.
Yeah. Would have been upset if we didn't get to wait for them videoing.
Yeah.
Where would the ads have gone?
True.
Do. Classic and Shin are some of the few players that have won this tournament outside of Hero, Clem, and Maxpax as well. Classic won back-to-back a couple months ago. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Extremely crazy.
There's definitely a sign of him powering up to win a GSL, huh?
Yeah. Who's the biggest winner? Is there like stats on this?
Yeah.
Where do you get those?
On this page.
WardiTV Mondays.
And you just scroll down past the results to like medals.
Clem won 18 times, Hero 9 times, Maxpax 7. 21 Protoss wins, 19 Terran wins. Firefly won it once?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 weeks ago against Maxpax in the finals. It was after Dallas. Yeah. And he beat Maxpax.
That is sick.
He got the cheeky, not so good one. Watch chat channel Ian so you can go in.
Yeah,
you're already here. Good job.
Yeah.
Proud of you. This is very effective. Alright.
Showtime got second once. Skillers got second once. Mana got second once. Gumiho got second twice. Cure second twice. That is crazy how one-sided all of these games have been.
Yeah, I know. Like, it really is quite ridiculous as a set of stats now. Over like 40 weeks, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's not more than 16 players that have. It is 14 players that have had a top 2 finish in 40 weeks. That is mental. Especially because not everyone plays every single week. So you're going to have some natural, like, it's going to be like 5 or 6 naturally because of that.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right. What's crazy is that we got a PvZ coming up. Shin has accounts for 2 of the 3 all-time Zerg final appearances. So, you know.
He can write history right now.
He can write history right now, yeah. Making the finals is genuinely historic anytime it happens for a Zerg in this event.
Did they really pick orange and red as well as the colors? Jesus, man.
I blame Classic. He's orange. Red's an allowable color, orange is not.
Yeah. I used to always pick pink as my color, but I'm green anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
You used to pick pink, but you're green?
Yeah, it's like for myself, I'm green. So I just picked pink in the lobby, but then the game still looks green for me. So it didn't matter at all.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if he actually plays with the orange color then.
No, I don't think he usually picks orange, to be honest.
Yeah, but even if you pick orange, like, you can still not play with orange, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wonder if that's the case.
I'd imagine so.
Are you not observing, or what's going on over here?
Hey, it's the first minute of a PvZ. What do you want me to look at? The probe? Yeah.
Yeah, not the Nexus. What the hell?
There you go. I've pulled the probe.
Thanks.
Yeah, I always thought pink was a good one pick. I feel like pink never really interferes with anything too. Like, it actually really stands out from a viewer perspective.
Hmm. And then purple pink is not great, is it?
Well, no, but like if you like compare it to like the usual colors, because it's very rare.
I mean, red pink is also not brilliant, is it? I guess it's pretty different still.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but even when it's like got similar color, it's still not too bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
All right. Can I make my feelings known about the Classics Builder? I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna play the absolute classic 6-gate Templar Archives at 520. I believe Classic is playing these tournaments not because he wants to play them, but to pretend like he only knows one build order.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that everything Classic is playing right now is a meta game. Like, he's not actually going to be playing these builds when EWC comes around. This is my... Like, I'm not extremely certain about it. I think I'm like 85% sure about this. That Classic is going to have a completely different style at EWC. At least in the mid game. And we're going to just see the same opener every single game out of him. And there's going to be some dumb Zerg that's going to go over his games and be like, oh, look at this guy, only has one build. He's going to die to a glaive attack at EWC in game number 1. And be like, oh no, I am the idiot.
Well, you know, it's exactly what Hero did last year, no? Like, we had this complete vision of Hero, and then he showed up and he played a completely different PvZ to, like, anything he'd played before for, like, months.
Yeah.
And it was extremely effective.
I think this is actually what's happening. My theory is that Classic even was trolling in the GSL finals. To really sell it.
This is not as important as EWC by, like, a long shot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he won the GSL final still, you know, he's crazy good and the build is very good, but I think it's going to be different things. This is a terrible start, by the way, for Classic.
Yeah. Is this a meme as well? Make it look as though you can run 2 lings and then do loads of damage?
I think this actually was just bad. He also, I think, attacked his own Nexus there for a bit. It's just suboptimal. Very suboptimal start. You know, for a couple of weeks, I really believed that inviting Lings into your main base was a pretty high tier play because you often kill Lings. Then had a couple of games where I invited the Lings and it was like 15 workers. Nice. Not the greatest plan I've ever had, Wardy.
When the genius plan backfires.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, play with fire, you're gonna get burned. What can you say? Twilight Council. I'm expecting the Forge. Double or triple Oracle. Twilight Forge. Blink +1. Like, I think it's almost too obvious what he's doing, because he is usually known for having such a large variety of build orders, right? And actually being very intelligent about what he plays. So him just playing the same exact build, like freaking 35 games in a row, is crazy. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, if you've ever paid attention to him. So seeing him do this, I feel like he's laying it on too thick. He should actually mix in another build that he doesn't like every now and again.
Yeah.
Just to pretend like he still has some variety.
Really throw them off.
Yeah, really, I really think he's... I think this is one of the best gaslighting acts that I've seen in years.
And the good thing about the build is it gives you a normal enough position to just practice the later game as well, right? So
Yeah. Like, this is not a bad build. This is like, it's gonna get you into the standard game, but it can be abused. And the Zerg feels very comfortable here. So like, as a Zerg versus this, you want to build like 0 units. You want to have like 12 links or something like this out, so that you can catch any adept run by. That's going to be it. Like, usually they move out with like 2 to 4 adepts at some point. And then the rest should just be drones for Zerg, right? Just drone. Forward base probably should be a little bit quicker. I don't mind +1 range. You can also skip it though. You can also just go for +1 melee, like a little bit faster, and be completely fine.
Well, Overlord's building. Missiles coming up. Wait to see what Shin is going to try and do. As the storm is on the way from Classic, so really is hitting all of the expectations so far. And this opening game of this second semi-final, fighting for a slot against Hero in the finals.
We have a lot of links on the way right now, so this might actually turn into like a pure Ling Hydra all-in off of 3 bases.
That's very
Adding
Shin.
more drones now.
Yeah, it's a very Shin thing to do, but yeah, the extra drones definitely throw the idea a little bit the wrong way. Let's see what he does. I mean, he can still be very Ling Hydra aggressive, perhaps, so see what you want to do.
Did you see Showtime Lambo?
Showtime Lambo. I watched it like... Yeah, I watched it on off.
Yeah. There, Lambo went to like 81 drones and then went for a Roach Ravager attack. Maybe Shin is trying to do something similar here. It's like pretending like he wants to mine from this fort. You know, you get scouted here. It's like, oh, there's like 7 drones.
Yeah.
And then boom, freaking Ling Hydra anyway. And it kind of baiting the opponent into attacking into you. As Classic is going to go for a little bit of a move out right now. We have these links that are heavily out of position. Hydras are going to show up as well. And I think Classic is in a world of trouble over here. If these Hydras get to connect to the Stalkers, A couple of Stalkers do go down. 9 more Hydras on the way. We have 2 Templars being warped in. No fort base quite yet here for Classic, thank God, because he would not be capable of defending this right now.
Yep. Very nice. The +2 in charge coming about. Prism, Gates, right along, continuing through. Roach Hydra on the way. Just see the few Stalkers going to blink forward there and get a couple of the lings.
Shin played this exact build against me in the RSL, by the way. Like, pretty heavy Ling early on, then going into Hydra, and then reinforcing with Roach. It's an interesting build, specifically against people that maybe delay Storm or don't get a high Stalker count, but I think right now Classic kind of has both, so I am a little bit afraid. Shin is pretending like he's not all-inning, by the way. I love that. He's doing a defensive all-in here. He's saying, hey, if you attack into me, you should be absolutely cooked. And honestly, Classic's army does look pretty freaking cooked right now. Here come the Storms on top of those Hydras. It's 2 decent Storms. We don't have a flank coming in from the back quite yet, as those units are just a bit delayed. A couple more Storms are going to rain down from the sky. After Archon's about to finish up as well. First Archon is going to morph. I think Shin is just going to crush this fort. No recall available because it has been used earlier. I think Classic might have forgotten about that. He's going to lose his entire army, and Classic is going to lose game number 1 over here on Incorporeal, most likely. He's not out yet. Sometimes they can make a comeback, but like not having a recall ability here is kind of painful.
Yeah, you lose everything, and I mean, Shin just immediately gets to start thinking about going across the map. Like, he's maxed out already, so he's gonna give it a go, and he would have to take like a lot of really bad fights on this other side to realistically not shut this one down, right? Or even if you don't end the game, like, you'd have to play really badly to end up in a position that's really rough for you in the immediate future. It's like it's gonna take a long time for Classic to fight back into this.
I think you could actually probably beat Classic at this point if we were to give you this army.
I would think so. I just pulled back from a couple of Storms and A-click now.
Yeah, that sounds really simple, but I've seen some stuff at the diamond level, my dear friend. Good spread here out of Shin, as he's gonna tank a couple of fat shots onto the head. More roaches are reinforcing. Here's the final storm is gonna go down. Shin walks in and says, adios, my dear friend. +2 missile attacks. No need for me. He's gonna walk into this third base and smash Classic back to the lobby screen here in game number 1.
GG. Shin. A 1-0 lead in the semifinals. A map away from being the 4th ever time we have a Zerg in the finals. How exciting. It's only been 2 weeks since we last had a Zerg in the finals.
Really? Solar?
Yeah. That's Solar Clan.
What did he lose to?
Solar Clan.
2-3?
2-3, yeah.
Wow.
Both times Shin was in the finals was against Maxpax, so maybe a new opponent for him.
Ooh, that would be epic.
Epic. Alright, we'll load straight in. No reason to hold up. Just waiting for the players to ready and go and kick this off.
Oh, Shin said GG as well. I like that they always tell each other that they played well, you know, in the previous game.
Yeah.
Dude, I would actually punch a guy if they tell me that I played well after I just lost to them.
Such a weird statement. Yeah,
What? Telling someone that they
yeah,
played
yeah,
well?
what the
yeah.
Koreans say, like, it's like...
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't it like... I
know.
thought it was like, thank you for your effort or something, but it's just like you played
Yeah, I
well.
think it's something like that. But
Yeah.
still, I mean, I don't want to be thanked for my
Yeah,
effort.
yeah, I know.
after
Thank you for your effort as you got crushed by me, like...
Yeah, piss off.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. You know what I did earlier to Mana?
What?
So I lost game number 1,
Uh-huh.
and then I won game number 2, and some guy in my chat made a funny joke, so I wanted to laugh, but instead I typed haha to Mana. In the second game lobby, yeah.
He's
He was
still a
not
little
happy
bit
with
brain dead from Home Story Cup as well, huh?
Yeah, it was not a good look. It was not a good look. Luckily, Mana understood,
You know,
so it was all good.
it's really wild to me because I feel like, you know, as the Home Story Cups have gone by, I drink less, I party less, I go to bed late, but like I sleep pretty well too, right? And when I come home, I still feel as bad as I felt when I used to like drink hard at each of these events.
Yeah, like 10 years,
Yeah.
it's rough.
Getting old.
Actually, this
powerful.
event, I felt relatively decent, except last night it was so warm and I had trouble sleeping a bit. So otherwise, I think it would have been perfect. And also this morning I woke up early because it was so freaking warm, man.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, I got 6. I used to live in like a house that was at where I was staying on the top floor when I lived in Rotterdam. And like, even if it wasn't like crazy warm, that place would get so freaking hot that sometimes I would like play a game, and at the end of the game, there would just be like the floor would just be covered in water because it would sweat so much. Like I would have to, in between games, I'd have to clean the floor because there would be so much freaking sweat. It was, I think that room, like, oh my god, you see that? Freaking probe
nice
there.
grab.
Idiot. Dude, Shin's on fire right now. Yeah, I think it probably got like freaking 35, 40 degrees there, like frequently. Even when it wasn't that warm. And then what was even worse is I lived next to a school. And these freaking kids, they would be playing outside the entire time. So sometimes I couldn't even open my window because they would be so freaking loud. The kids, when you put like more than 5 of them together, it's like every extra kid you add like multiplies the sound by 2x or something like that.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
It's really crazy when I guess the school near me has like, you know, break time or whatever, then you go outside and you can just hear this like child sound. But it's like it's quite far away. Like it's not close.
Yeah.
You know, but you can just hear it like rumbling over like the hills or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is something. I'm not a fan of what the hell is Classic doing here? He's getting the Stargate in the wall. Whenever high-level Protoss players do this, the Zerg players always get very upset. Because, you know, the Protoss is giving away too much information. But if you're so cool as cool as Classic, I don't think you really care about giving away information. Like you already know exactly what he's going to do
He
anyway.
does the same build every game.
Yeah.
It's going to be so exciting to cast him at EWC and he does something different.
Yeah. I swear he's going to do something else. There's no way he's going to open up with like a 5-minute 20 Templar archives there. Zero pressure. Like he's going to get some freaking tight timings. They're going to be well-crafted build orders. I wouldn't be surprised to see like a glazed Robo proxy come back into the mix as well.
It'd be fun. Very exciting. It's very close.
Classic.
It's like 3 weeks away, man.
Very true.
They sent me my flights earlier. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well,
Business?
yeah, right. They sent me my flights, and my departure day is July 7th. I'm like, I feel like that's a little bit off.
So what are you gonna do about it?
I told them that it needs fixing.
Oh.
I'm not going to go 2 weeks early just to hang around and get ready, you know?
It's because you don't have any passion.
Yeah.
Someone else might want to get ready there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, all the other StarCraft casters actually all going 2 weeks early to boot camp their casting. I'm just going to show up on the
casting
day.
boot camp.
Casting boot camp.
Imagine that.
Sit there, we study some replays, figure out how to shout at each other excitedly.
Oh, this Oracle's in trouble. Look at this. Poof, it dies.
That's not good. 4 drones, but dead Oracle's never good. Since we'll see the double Queen's going to come back in, and the Oracle taking a little bit more damage.
I think 4 drones for an Oracle. I think Zergs take that trade every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100%, right? Yeah, I would. 4 drones for an Oracle, that's banging. Lots of Overlords on the way at the same time, by the way. I wonder if this is because he wants to build units or because he just got supply blocked. Both are viable options here. Ooh, Overlord is gonna go down. Thank God he built some extra already. Adepts moving across the map. 10 more links are coming out as well. So we're gonna have 8 links just kind of randomly running across. 18 total links. So there we go. Triple Queen is gonna push this back. Cancel Adept Shade. What do you think this will be? There's no Evo Chamber, right? So probably just a Roach all in. Like Roach Queen Walk? Is that even a thing?
Oh, I mean, I guess it can be, but not usually, right? Like, it's pretty...
Usually you get OV speed at least, no?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna get the Roaches, it feels like, why not just get the Overlord speed and go from there? Now we're gonna build Roach speed, so... Just gonna keep droning. Off of quite a few Roaches. Just completely unneeded right now. Very weird.
Templar Archives finishing up. Have a couple of Roaches. Evo Chamber, I think Evo Chamber is a fake. Classic is actually moving out on the map a little bit today, which he usually doesn't do. Might be throwing Shin off a tiny tad. Ling run by, wants to either pick up reinforcements or see if it can do anything else. Sees a Templar warping in, which is a huge deal. It's gonna try to blast through this one Stalker in the wall. Fort base may be in some trouble. Roaches here defensively. It's not usually what you want against Blink Stalkers, but they might just have to do for now. Roaches in the nether are gonna deal with the Adepts. And the Roaches at the third are gonna deal with the Stalkers. This is indeed going to be a Roach all-in. 5 more drones on the way. 68... It is a very weird setup. 9 more drones.
Yeah.
10 more drones. Okay, Wardy.
Just droning, man.
Spire at 7 minutes.
It's a real Shin build.
Yeah, this is a little bit wild. Yes, so many Roaches. There's like no gas in the bank. You think he's gonna go for a fake Roach Ravager attack, but with a serious amount of Roaches. So like a serious fake, pretty much.
And then just
I think that is actually what he's trying to do. I think that's what he's gonna do. Absolutely. It's going to be a fake that could potentially kill his opponent, but most likely won't, and then boom, 12 Mutas. That's the plan here. Because he's shown so many freaking Roaches, so you don't want your opponent to take a fort base, I guess. You also don't want them to over-defend. It's kind of in between.
Yeah.
Look at the supply though, 117 to 174. Jesus Christ.
You would, I mean, with this amount of Roaches, it just feels like you're gonna fall flat on your face attacking though. Like, Classic's army is a bunch of Stalkers, you've got Storms to soften them up. I mean, I guess the whole idea is that you then have the Mutas to fall back onto, but you have what? Oh, no gas, never mind. Yeah, no gas.
Yeah, the Mutas... So maybe this Spire was supposed to be scouted?
Yes, scouted, and then you hit him with Ravages when he's prepping. But
yeah, Lambo did something like this on, I think it was Incorporeal versus Showtime, where he went 8 gas, very late Roach Ravager, and like high Ravager count. He actually played it on 2 maps, one time with a fake Hive as well, which ended up being real, but that's a story for another time. It's an interesting build for sure, as Shin managed to just kind of run by here. It's gonna kill this third base pretty much for free. We have Fleet Beacon and second Stargate on the way. This is still, I think, considered an all-in out of Shin, despite it being on high work account, just because its army is so garbage.
Oh no, absolutely. Like it's pure Roach Ravager right now, and the backup, like the next tech, is something off Aspire, which does not help you against the majority of what Classic should be building here as a defense. So yeah, I feel like you're definitely in the business of trying to get a little bit more done still. And knock the rock tower down so we can obviously make this a little bit tougher to move through from Shin, make this engagement in more difficult. Classic's still supply blocked. 8 pylons on the way. Is desperate to be able to spend some of that money, right? Like, he is, yeah, 9 pylons building at once. And it's not going to be supply blocked anymore, but he has been for a little while. He's going to start up some extra batteries now on this location. Shin's going to be able to come in from both angles after finally taking those rocks down. Extra Stalkers warping, and we blink to the right side. Storms are still being pretty good, and we still have Storms remaining as well. Stalkers going to take this nice and slow, and you can just see that Shin's supply is just dropping down. It's not doing anywhere near enough. We still have a ton of Storms available. This was a very convincing defense for Classic on this base.
Yeah, now we get a blink in forward as well. A lot of these Ravagers are going to end up falling. Oracle shows up, cleaning the final bit of a Zerg off the face of the earth. We do have a very serious transition behind this into 19 Muras, +2 range, and 60 links without any upgrades. So I'm not entirely sure what the plan is going to be, but perhaps just straight up killing this army is the play? I mean, can you do that? I don't think without upgrades, right? On the links?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, the Storms as well. There's not too many Storms, but the first couple Storms have been great. Now we storm the Mutas. Stalkers should just be able to trade with these Mutas, especially after they've already splashed down so much. Yeah, there's absolutely no chance. And I think he would have been better off trying to spam Roaches. Like, that would have also been terrible. I think it would have been better than this, because this thing Muta did nothing.
Yeah, maybe if you have +1 behind, even then, like, Storms are just too good. It's more about the survivability of the Ling against the Storm than anything else, I guess. But yeah, nice counter-attacker out of Classic. Shin's going to be forced into tapping out. Did get a fort base pretty much for free, but then, yeah, I mean, the follow-up not really there. That last fight into the third was god-awful, man.
Yeah. It's weird. I feel like maybe you should have gone, like, maybe you after killing the fourth, you like take a mini trade, like you don't full engage in, but you trade out a few units, and then you just spam mutas from there. Because then at least maybe you can hit like the main or the natural or something at the same time as like pressuring with the army. But instead he gave up everything and let the Classic walk across the map into units that do not want to have to play defensive. So it felt like he really killed himself in a lot of ways. Yeah, are you okay? You find the lobby?
Yeah, I'm doing my best. I was just monitoring my YouTube chat. They're talking about vasectomy, so just gotta be careful.
You know what? They always complain about us not talking about the game, but here they are, completely off topic as well.
Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take a moment, I think. Like Shin needs
to do what?
I don't know. I think Shin needs a moment.
What? Why?
I don't know, because Classic just said okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Shin said me too. I need a moment.
Okay, I'll take a moment too. Be right back.
Oh, everyone's ditching me. Players, co-casters. Incredible. Unbelievable. Obviously, winner of this does play against Hero in the finals today, so that's going to be best of 5 on WardiTV Mondays 42. First ever edition played on a Tuesday. First ever edition not on a Monday. I think we did pretty well to do 41 of these events and only now go off schedule. Obviously, we cancelled some in the past, like we didn't always do them, but we've been pretty consistent. Wonder how many weeks it's been versus how many actual events we've had. Yeah, let's see if I can find that out. How many Mondays have there been since 9th of September 2024? Wow, it doesn't even tell me. Unbelievable. This is very important, guys. Just make you guys aware. $43. So we only missed like one? Pretty impressive, no? We only missed one Monday. Actually,
hello?
Hello. I'm doing important calculations.
Tell me.
Well, I was wondering how many Mondays we'd missed, because we've never done one not on a Monday, right? Until today. So I wondered how many we'd skipped over to make that possible. Apparently, you've only skipped one Monday.
That is consistency, man.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Damn hungry like a freaking dog as well. There's nothing to do with the Mondays, but good lord.
You're hungry like a dog?
Yeah.
Did you find a snack or no?
No, I went to the toilet, had a sip of water. Usually when it gets very warm, I'm not actually that hungry because I feel like when I eat, I have to puke, you know, if it's too warm. I'm not sure if you have the same.
It's never felt like that.
Really?
No.
Whenever it's very warm, I just don't want to eat at all. Like there will be days where I only drink water and then like have like a very small meal at night because I don't really want to eat hot food. I don't really enjoy cold food that much, so.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yes.
But today I'm very hungry for some reason. I think it's because the Home Story Cup, you eat such weird times and the quantities are very large that I eat often. Because there's like food just standing out there, you know?
You eat way more than you need to, right? Because like, well, you get lunch because you think you need lunch, but then you pick around at Tick TV. Then someone goes for kebab, so you get kebab, or you know, you go for McDonald's at 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's terrible. You get a late night Mackie D's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's actually, it's terrible. Now my body is all it's all confused, man.
Yeah, it's rough. You have to get back on track. It's tip-top shape.
Pro tip, just have a refreshing salad with walnuts and goat cheese. Yeah, these guys are just doing it to trigger me. People that like goat cheese should actually be shoved in a video game.
I was going to say that did not do anything for me. I'd rather just starve.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had the option between eating goat cheese for the rest of my life or not eating for the rest of my life, I'd go for the latter. Like, eating goat cheese is no life.
Imagine being proud of that. Crazy.
Yeah.
That chat's weird, man.
Yeah, they're filled with idiots.
Why we're not sharing chats today? My chat begged us not to have to interact with your chat.
Is that the reason why?
I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, same.
It would be funny though, you know? Like, no, not those guys.
My guys also want nothing to do with yours. So
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, at least that's because you've trained your guys like that. My guys are just naturally like this.
Trained them.
Yeah.
My chat is untrainable.
Wardy slander every 10 seconds of the day.
They are good. Alright, what do we have going on? Extra queens. Double adept still out on the map.
The first oracle's arriving very shortly. We'll see if we can do mud. Creep gem up for grabs if you want to deny creep. You will. Sees the one on the other side too, but... Okay. That's both. You don't like it? What's just...
It's like killing creatures like resignation to mediocrity, you know? It's like you pretty much give up your big dreams that you used to have and you settle. But it's settling, that's what it is. Say, alright, I'll take these 2 creep tumors. Like you don't get excited over this, you know? Killing creep tumors is truly the goat cheese of StarCraft 2. Like there's some people that might like it a little bit, but majority of the time you wish you had something better going on. 3 kills total. Nothing died either. So honestly, better for Classic than in the previous games.
Yep.
Kind of like it. Yeah, if you get the 3 workers after you clear the 2 tumors, you know, I don't actually mind it that much. Gonna be 5 queen, lair, double gas coming in as well. It's normally timed gas, evo chamber, all very standard stuff. Kind of waiting to see if there's going to be a roach warren or not. I'm expecting a roach warren because Shin seems to be a huge fan of like the roach in general.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not a huge fan of roaches.
Roaches I think roaches feel terrible to play with because it feels like you've got so much and then they just don't do nothing.
Yeah, I kind of meant the IRL ones. I think
IRL roaches.
I'm not afraid of a lot of animals. I'm not even afraid of roaches, but they just look so freaking disgusting. It's like, and they can crawl anywhere as well, and they're pretty big, you know. At least most other bugs, they're pretty small, but this like freaking, it's an insect, right? A roach.
I guess so, yeah.
It's so freaking large, man.
You see them a lot?
No, the first time I ever saw them was when I was in Valencia, and they were like crawling on the street, freaking cucarachas.
Cucarachas.
I couldn't believe it. Like large roaches and like the very large rats that you see in the wild, I'm not a fan of either. The ones that we saw last weekend in Krefeld, not for me.
We didn't see anything of the toy in Krefeld. It's a lovely place. What do you mean?
Yeah, I saw 2 rats. 2 like large specimen as well. They went into the sewer, back to training the turtles. It's gonna be, I think, the same build as in game number 1, by the way. It's gonna be like Hydra, except there's no Roach Warren, so it can be the same build. It's just Hydra. It's gonna be Hydra Ling with +1. Dude, Shin legitimately doesn't play macro games, does he?
I mean, it's very rare that he sets up just to play like a long game, you know. It's almost always got some kind of aggression planned. Like that's his way. It's like Solo, right? Solo also doesn't want to play the long game. He just wants to hit timings, and if he gets into a long game from then, so be it. And a couple of state swords being popped, so not going to let those gather up too much. We've got some Lings that are poised to try and come from the other side of these Stalkers as well. As the Hydra count gets better, this could get a little bit scary for Classic if he gets caught. One more Ling again, just popping the state sword nicely, and we are set to make a bit of a catch in this army. The Lings are going to try and shut the Stalkers off. They're going to have to blink through, and in the end, they're actually going to blink back, but that was even worse, because now they're definitely going to get surrounded by Lings. We lose all of the Stalkers bar 1 that was recalling, and a couple on the front at least can blink away further, but that's a great start from Shin. Throws a Spire down behind it as well.
Yeah, it's going to be Hydra Ling into Spire, +1 range is out. This feels very weird, Wardy.
Yeah, well, welcome to Shin games, I guess. Like, this feels like we're about to continue through and have a Ling Hydra timing off of a great defense, but then we just throw down the Spire instead, and to be fair, I think attacking in might have been rough, because Storm was going to be done. He had the High Templars out. This is nice, going to see the Hydras just taking a chance to get a little grab on the right-hand side, and then hopefully should just, for the most part, focus on backing away.
Yeah. One more Hydra is going to fall, actually. 2 more Hydras are going to fall here. No, just the one.
Into
the
the
same
main.
time, big Ling run by into the net.
Yep, all the way up into the main base as well. Lots of probes going to have to pull. It's going to be opportunity then from Shin to get some damage done. It's a lot of lost mining time at the top of 7 workers and more counting. And then we've got more Hydras, you know, making their way down to the bottom side. The main base still not mining. All those probes stayed pulled away. Get another pylon. And again, the most important thing maybe is that the Hydras are approaching, but Stasis Ward is going to buy Classic a ton of time here. And that's very bad for Shin.
Yeah, it really does not look that great for Shin when it comes to that. He's dealt a lot of damage, but it feels like this build is lacking some serious purpose right now. Hydras are going to unstuck themselves and going to get stormed instead. Templar falling, 1 goes down. We still have, I think, 3 storms available, at least 2 available. Energy recharge is back here as well. Ooh, actually uses it on an Oracle for stasis rather than on Templar. So I think Classic is just feeling very comfortable right now. We have 14 Mutas on the way. That is going to be the one chance that Shin has. Muta counterattack while the Hydra Ling comes in with a flank on top of this army, clears it. I think there is an opportunity for a W here still for Shin.
I think so too. Classic continues to head up towards the top. Ling Hydra moving about, going to drop a couple of Stasis Wards down. We will actually step toward the right-hand side as Mutalisk gets caught. A couple of Overlords will continue to go down, and we head into this natural as Stalkers, Zealots, and High Templars come through. A couple Queens going to get jumped on. We do have the counterattack going on. We're just going to enter base trade mode here from Shin, which is probably one of the better things he could end up for, especially when you've got Mutas. They're going to help a lot. However, right now, Battery and a Cannon doing a lot of work to slow the Mutas down. The Hydras are going to be the real base traders for the moment.
Yeah. The real base traders were the friends we made along the way. Recall into the 3rd base, though, and these Hydras are neatly spread out. Could be a scary recall, actually, into this setup. Had Shin realized Muta plus all Hydras would have probably been capable of just straight up winning it. Now the Mutas are going to show back up. Shin is probably going to kill this 3rd base over here, Wardy.
That was not the recall. I think Classic really just believed he had a chance to save his base, right? And then it's like, oh, I got rid of a base. You actually didn't kill anything of mine. But now you actually ended up losing all of that army. Your reinforcements are just Stalkers. No chance to get any High Templar in play, which means Lings and Hydras are going to be way more effective than before. Like, the Mutas are really trading out heavily. They might want to step back. Just let the Ling Hydra fight this natural, because the Stalkers are not in that good a number. The probes all going down, and I think Classic's recall has kind of maybe gutted him in this game.
Yeah, it's not looking too great. Still has a small counter-attack force available, but there are 4 spines over here on the 4th base. Main base has been secured by these 2 queens as well, and as the natural now is being attacked, I do believe that Shin is actually going to be taking the win over here in this game number 3 on ley lines. We get the right-click on the Archon with the Mura Link. Hydras are now dancing in the main base. The Stalker count isn't big enough, and GG gets called indeed. Shin is going to be moving on to the grand final today, in which he will be fighting none other than Hero.
4th time we've ever had a Zerg in the finals, and it's going to be Shin's 3rd appearance. He has not been, I mean, he's not been in the finals since, like, October. And it's actually rare for Shin to make the top 4 as well. Now, he doesn't play in this every week, you know, he's one of these guys that shows up, like, you know, once, maybe twice a month. But, yeah, gets to the finals and gets to play someone that isn't Maxpax, who he went 1-on-1 with in the finals before. Now he plays Hero. Honestly, I feel like the way that he just played that last series, if he plays the same against Hero, I think he's in trouble. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think Hero's a little bit too clean to let stuff like this happen.
I think usually Classic also is very clean, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think Classic can play as well today as he's played previously. So,
interesting.
Oh, yeah, if Hero kind of comes in and plays like Classic, then I think he's in trouble. But I think Classic usually plays better than that, to be honest. So,
yeah.
But we will see. The best part is that we don't have to think too much. We can just watch, you know?
That is indeed great. I have a bad feeling about this for Shin.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
What actually is there, do you know? Their match history?
I mean, I can check, but I would guess Hero's like 75% run rate.
68.92.
68.92.
Last series they played, Mayhem Group Stage Round 2, Shin won. The 8 times before that, Hero won.
Yeah, Mayhem was a weird tournament.
Wow.
68%. Okay, no, it's 79% matches though. It's crazy, no?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. Verdict, advantage for Hero.
Yeah. You'd think. These guys are having a
Thank you, League Luck.
These guys are having a proper good chat in the party.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you invite me? I want to see what they're saying. I'll be privy to this.
I'm just going to tell you. I can't invite you because I can't see you.
Oh, all right, I forgot. And I left the channel because of the spammer.
Yeah, he's gone though. Shin opened the conversation asking why did you win? I guess against Maxpax. He didn't want to play against Hero.
Yeah.
Google Translate's not really delivering today, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's up and down. I think Shin uses a lot of like street language as well.
Yeah, like slang.
Yeah. No, street language.
Street language.
Not just slang. Shin is from the streets. Born and raised. That's why he's such a scrappy Zerg player, you know? He knows what it's like. Not how to fight dirty. Who do I want to see win? I would love to see Shin win.
Yeah. I've seen Hero win this like 9 times
7
before.
times.
Oh, 9.
9?
Yeah, Maxpax has 7. But what's crazy is that he took Hero forever to win this tournament as well. So like his 9 wins are in a much more condensed timing. Like he didn't win one until edition 15. Then he really didn't pop off until like 24. He's won like 8 since 24.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah. Alright.
Who's the most unlikely winner so far? I guess Firefly. And Trap. Trap? Does Trap still play?
Trap retired. He retired at the end of last year when nothing was announced.
Oh.
Like he was playing because he was good as well, no? Like he was actually one of the few players that could play consistently well against Clem. But yeah, he retired unfortunately. No information.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, he would have genuinely been a threat at AWC this year, I think.
Can't join in the lobby.
Can't join the lobby?
I can't.
No, you're already in the lobby now.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Oh, that's Ryung. I thought you were the barcode. Did I not invite you to the party?
No. I didn't get anything.
Okay, hang on. I'll regame.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's because Ryung just showed up. And I thought you were the barcode for some reason.
Shooting Ryung.
This guy.
Ruining it for me.
Alright, join this time.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying my best. I know what to tell you. Alright, I'll be right back at the same time. I'll grab a quick snack.
Good stuff. Alright. Actually gonna go into the finals this time, guys. Who were we talking about that played well against Clem and retired? Trap. Trap actually had a lot of really good series against Clem. He might not have beaten Clem a lot, but like he was always competitive. Like he was always there, kind of putting up really good series, good matches. I was very sad that he stopped playing. Not that we needed another Protoss out of all the races, but any great player stepping down is obviously going to be very sad, right? So, yeah. Alright, we get into game number 1 of this grand finals. It is going to be in the top right-hand side, the blue Zerg player, it is Shin. And the bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss player is Hero. Shout out to everyone who's been supporting today. I've seen a few subs and a couple of donations and stuff. I want to say I appreciate you guys. I'm sure you've all been supporting Hearthstone stream crazily as well. We just have a mutual agreement not to shout out while we co-cast, so just you know, do it now while Hearthstone's not here. Just a group shout out or combined shout out. There you go. All right, PVZ. We actually have a Zerg in the finals. This genuinely is rare in this tournament. 42 editions. It's the 4th time we've had a Zerg in the finals. 2 of those previous appearances were also Shin. And again, one of them was way back in edition number 2, which he won. And another one was in like edition number 7 or something. And then 2 weeks ago, Solo was in the finals. That was the first time we'd had a Zerg in the finals for months upon months. Now Shin is here in the finals, taking down Classic in that round of 4. And he will be taking on Hero here. That's actually, I guess, good seeding for Shin. Gets to avoid Maxpax / Hero until the finals. Classic won last week, so he actually... No, he didn't win last week. He got a high placement last week, so he got the number 1 seed, which shifted Hero and Maxpax to play each other in the round of 4. So that's how that goes. Didn't Trap switch to Brood War? I don't think he does play Brood War. I might be wrong, but I think he actually stopped to go focus on his... I mean, I feel like Gemini knows because he's a very big Trap fan, but I think he focused on his big business is what I saw, but yeah, maybe he is playing Brood War, I'm not sure. Maybe he is. Oh, Overlord.
What are you yapping about, buddy?
Oh, what's up? Yeah, I'm just chatting shit. Nothing really.
About who?
No, just not about anyone, just like about things. Answering some chat questions, you know.
I'd love to see it.
I did a group shout out for anyone that might have supported today.
A group shout out?
Yeah, you know, I shout out everyone at once without naming any names. I just said, you know, if
thanks everyone. If
you're in this category,
supported.
yeah, then thanks. I said it
That's
covers your stream too, just in case anyone was, you know,
sick.
donning money.
I love that for us.
Yeah, that's what's been going on.
Okay, let's see what Shin's plans are gonna be. My gut tells me here, Wardy, that we're gonna see an all-in. Phoenix first. What the hell?
Oh.
That's not common at all anymore. That's actually super uncommon. We actually never see this crap. You think he's gonna send it to the right side or straight across the map? That's gonna be right side. That's sad. I feel like sending it straight across the map to see if you can kill one of your opponent's overlords there, I think is very high test. I think keeping it home to deny scouting is also cool though. So both versions are fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Cool.
I had this super large banana, like freakishly large banana,
You hate
like probably like
bananas.
1.8 times regular size.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, huge. This thing, couldn't believe it.
You hate bananas, though.
No, I don't mind it.
Oh, I thought we talked last time you didn't like bananas.
No, I mean it's not at all one of my favorite fruits. Like it's a very low tier fruit, but it's very easy to eat.
I was apparently I was meant to tell you to eat bananas, actually, because last time we talked about this, you had a twitchy leg.
A muscle twitch.
Yeah. Apparently banana
Yeah, and
fixed
then I
it.
ate a banana today. My muscle twitch went away.
Yeah, apparently bananas fix it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But then I read it in your chat.
Oh, so you did read it. Nice.
Yeah, and then I ate a banana. And then
Oh,
it fixed it.
so that was a knock-on effect.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I didn't need to tell you then, huh?
Yeah, it's all good. So glad you did. Look at it. He's gonna go for a glaive adept attack. I love to see this type of stuff. We're gonna get an Evo chamber as well. It's not in the wall. Don't have a roach warren. Don't have a baneling net. This game's been very chaotic from the start, and I think it's in Hero's favor, to be honest.
Yeah, he's already found himself a couple link drones, a few lings, the overlords. Now on his way to that glaze, makes it look fairly normal on that third base as well. I mean, obviously he has this one oracle that's still lingering around. Going to try for the stasis wall, but the queens will target that down. So that will not go up as Shin does opt for the melee upgrade, but that does not exactly bode well, because you don't really want to be playing lings against adepts.
Dude, he's cooked.
He's dead.
Yeah, like he's cooked right now. I don't even quite see how he would get out of this, no? 6 queens, 7 links out. He has 8 more drones on the way, our boy Shin. He sees a lot of these adepts, though. So maybe, you know, the alarm bells start ringing. Yeah, he gets a roach warren in the wall. Is he gonna throw down like a spine crawler or something? No, he's gonna go for a 4th base right now. Okay, yeah, he's in a world of trouble. Love this ling run by, though. Great play. It's gonna force the oracle to chase those around for a little bit longer. That means no oracle nearby, but look at the link count over here. It's just not good enough. We have 15 adepts. There are 16 links, and even if there were 30 links, I don't think this would be good enough. We get a lift on one of these queens. Queens are rapidly falling to the adepts, and I mean, without any secondary unit, a roach or a baneling, these glaive adepts should just straight up win the game.
Yep, shade into a mineral line. There's just not a surface area here for the lings to fight it. Shin says GG's. Hero takes game number 1 with comfortable win. Just going for the glaive adepts and absolutely powering with them and looking great.
Yeah, epic stuff, man.
Epic stuff.
Hey, it was good. Oh, in other news, did you know Trigger is ranked 4 Grandmaster in Korea right now?
Wow. It's impressive.
Yeah, that really is. He's above Dirty Laundry and Shin.
Dirty Laundry and Shin.
Yeah. Who do you think Dirty Laundry is?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Probably like Reno or Clem.
Clem is in Korea as well right now, right?
Hey, yeah, he's either in Korea already or they're going soon. I don't know. Not 100% sure. But like, I know he is going to be in Korea.
Yeah, I think he's there.
Yeah, that makes sense. No point waiting around to go. Get that ASAP practice.
ByuN's also 6'5". Man, Trigger, good MMR, what the hell? What a beast.
Been really good lately. Been fun to see.
Higher than Sound. Higher than Maru's Protoss as well. They don't know who Dirty Laundry is on the website. Interesting. Solar is the highest ranked Zerg right now. No, Vast is the highest ranked Zerg. I don't know who that is.
What race is Dirty Laundry?
Zerg.
Zerg.
Yeah. You think Vast is Rogue? I think it's possible.
I have no idea. Vast is a good name.
Why?
I don't know. Just seems like a good name. After trying, I spent about 20 minutes trying to help Baby Marine pick a new name this weekend. Did not go well.
I think Baby Marine is not bad.
I think the problem with Baby Marine is just there's lots of other people use the word Marine, you know. And Baby's not doesn't feel good.
Yeah, maybe. All right, let's take a look what we've got on. Little late scout out of Hero. What the hell? He's gonna see that there's a hatchery there. Maybe afraid of like a hatch block or so. Still a weird scout timing nonetheless. Gonna go for 18 gas, 17 pool. Very standard stuff here. You know what's funny is when you watch Hero, is that he has like multiple ways of winning. You know, like he very frequently just wins in the first 6 minutes. But then when you see him play like a mid game, he's also powerful. And then when you see him play a late game, I think he's not the best late game player, but he's definitely capable of doing it. Just such a diverse player and really fun to watch.
Very fun to watch. It's fun to see Hero kind of so confidently be able to play, you know, his own styles, and then like it must feel good to just have that like level of micro where you can make so much work. It's gotta look like kind of give you that confidence in a lot of the games, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that like his main skill, I think, is just making sure that there's like no stability in each game, right? Just chaos.
Yeah.
Whenever there's chaos, he tends to thrive. Like last game, I feel like it's not like Shin doesn't know that this is a possibility, but Shin was so busy doing stuff, making sure that he doesn't just straight up die to stasis wards and a depth shading in, is that the game just becomes really weird, and then he forgets about his Rogue Warren in time, he doesn't have a Baneling Net, doesn't get good scouting confirmation until it's way too late, and all of a sudden Hero just wins within 6 minutes. It's uncanny to watch, as this Overlord is actually gonna escape, so that is good news here. Ooh, that is good news here. It's gonna move a bit further to the left. I was afraid he could get hit there, but not the case. We have the Stargate that's about to finish up as always, and we have Link Speed that is over halfway done as well. So Shin opting for a very, very standard early game. He's going to throw down a Tumor, I think, in between the natural and the third here as his second course of action with the natural queen. And 10 links coming in as well. 28 drones, 10 links. Probably aiming to go for a cancel on a third base here. On this base, however, you always have a second gate before a third base. That is one of the many rules here on this map.
Going to be kind of fun to see if these links can get up to much as the link speed finishes. Get some pressure out. The Adept's obviously going to come across, so these links are going to be across the other side. And Hero is about to build his third, but he's going to build on the triangle rather than upwards, so links will have to try and find that next few moments. Meanwhile, the Adepts are about to head into the natural, so let's see if these two queens can deflect this, as the Adepts are going to commit to their shade. Are they going to do it? Yes, they are. It's the right call because these drones are only protected by the queens. It's going to take a while to get rid of them. Nice drone pulls to try and get some damage done, but the third gets cancelled by the lings, so Oracle comes back in. That's going to be 9 drones in the end. Wow.
That's a lot of drones.
Yeah.
And 10 links being added as well, which is so bad here. That is so bad. 10 more links means he's not going to have any drones whatsoever. And I don't want to say he's pretty much all in, but he is pretty freaking committed to making something happen right now. He's actually going to get another cancel on this third base, which would be huge. If he just sends the links over there, he does see it. Oracle's gonna show up. Shin a little bit too slow right now. Good defense out of Hero. This was a tough situation, but he's gonna get out of here alive. Second Oracle has now shown up as well, and I don't think this Nexus is gonna end up falling with the double Oracle available. A couple more links are being targeted down as well. Nice play here out of Heroes, adding in a third Oracle. Already has dealt a lot of damage. Yes, his third is delayed, but I think 9 workers is a bigger deal than a 30-second late third base.
Yeah, that was kind of just brutal. Just could have, I mean, could have definitely cancelled the third again, but it was just a little bit late to notice it and move there, and that could have maybe helped you a little bit. But just being out of position, those Adepts, I mean, out of position, but you chose to be there. But like the Adepts just get so much done. And then to build lings on top of it really is difficult. And now you're just about taking over the, Protoss and worker camp, but that's meant to happen, 10 workers earlier than this, so his economy is a little bit doomed. He is going to play the melee upgrade, and it is going to be against that Twilight Council that's finishing. We'll see what Hero invests into here. He's got the gas to do whatever he wants, and it will just be Blink against that Link Banal.
Oracle number 5 coming in, by the way.
That's very good, because Shin is just spamming lings, and soon Banelings as well, so he's just going to commit to a +1 melee Ling Bane bust, so the more Oracles right now, the less that this is going to work from Shin.
Yeah, such a popular build on Pylon as well. We've seen it a lot. Serral did it against Showtime. I think I saw Rainer do it at some point as well in the last few weeks. But these Zerg players love it here on this map. Pretty difficult to defend because there's so many areas they can come from. Hero, however, he says, hey, you know what's funny? I can actually scout with my 2 extra oracles, and he's going to see this setup here with the links on the left side. He's up 5 drones already. Adepts now are going to go into this general area. I hope they don't finish their shade, because if they do, these adepts are going to be in serious trouble. There we go. 6 adepts are most likely going to fall. But I still find Hero's position quite a bit better than what Shin is in right now, as long as Hero realizes what's kicking off.
I mean, he just made so many lings, and I mean, now he's more from the bins, but he had to start out on drones as well. Like, it feels like he's... I feel like he's not really fully committing one way or the other. Like, he does a bit of this, then he does a bit of that. These oracles are going to find the banelings, by the way, so if Hero notices it, oracles could have already been zapping some of those down, but he didn't, and now the oracles continue the other way, so I think Hero, a little bit shocked, only just now turns the oracles around. Definitely completely missed that, which is a shame. Then he's going to show up on the left side. The Stalker really does a great job attacking all of those, so despite the little bit of a panic moment and the fact that this could have gone even better for Hero, it's still a completely fine defense. And Shin, that's a good thing he did out on some drones, but you know, now you look at this and say, well, I didn't even need to do this. This did absolutely nothing for me.
Yeah. Very impressive defense, though. Good Stalker movement. Had the sentry there for the force field as well. The Stalker is actually falling pretty quick. Good Stalker warp in behind this. Make sure that the links can't just run in blindly. +2 melee on the way. We're going to get centrifugal hooks. We're going to get a Hydra. Then this Wardy is going to be Hydra Ling Bane on the menu for us. But look at that worker count. 63 to 62. And yes, the upgrades for Shin are going to be good, but his force base is freaking late. And these 5 oracles, if they have something to say about it, might actually cancel this base once more. Look at that. Queens are nearby. I actually could have just targeted down the queens. Yeah. Might have been a better play initially, because now he already lost 1 oracle, is going to lose the second one. We have 1 more transfuse. It's not going to get used for whatever reason. Shin, can we use the transfuse? No, it's not going to do it. As Stalkers do get the kill there. These Stalkers might end up falling, so maybe it was bait. Very high level bait as the Queens now start cannibalizing one another. The Lings continue with the Stalkers. Yeah, 1 more Queen got taken out by the Queens themselves. Not the greatest thing that Shin has ever done. And Hero, I think, still in a pretty significant lead here.
Yeah, it was a little bit messy from Hero in the end. Like, it was unnecessary the way it went down, but yeah, significant lead for sure. You had a 3-base Zerg player against a Pros who has equal worker count and equal army supply. Shin has nothing going his way. Like, he's just about getting Hydras up. They're unupgraded right now. I mean, you've still got Oracles to help you out here. The Stalker's going to trade extremely effectively as well. There's a lot of Lings. I mean, a couple of Zealots show up to try and tank against those Lings. You see a Stasis Ward in the back as well. I mean, Hero doesn't even have to do loads right now. Just trade a little bit back away, and he's got Storm and +2 on the way up, plus charge. So he's only going to get a better and better setup against Ling Hydra, which is the only thing that Shin is currently headed to.
Yep. I mean, Storm is going to be an absolute game changer, right?
Yeah, I mean, Storm just... there's nothing good from Shin's army against Storm. Like, Storm is great against everything he has. And it's not like Shin has the economy to, like, play into Storms on repeat either. You know, if you have, like, you know, a lot of economy and you can attack through the Storms, you take some damage, you lose some units inefficiently, but then you build them back up because your economy's good. That's just not the case. And right now, Supply Block 2 losing an Overlord, so everything is, you know, tilted against Shin at the moment, it feels like.
Yeah, most definitely. We have a bit of a Zealot attack from the left. Main Stalker attack is going to come towards the from the top side. Stasis wards being thrown down as well. Stalker into Hydra Ling Bane can be a bit tricky, but if you kite well and the Hydra count isn't high enough, there's not a whole lot of links, you often can get some free pickups, and 2 Hydras are going to fall over here. Banelings off creep, not necessarily great, as Shin is going to make his way across the map. At 144 supply against 163. How many Templar do we have? We have 7 Templar. 3 of them have Storms, 1 of them has 2 Storms out of those 3, and then we have a bunch of 60 Energy Templar as well. But I mean, there's just not enough Banelings here. Storms are going to rain down. There we go. First set of Banelings will end up falling. We have 2 more Storms where that came from. It's going to be number 1, and that's going to be the final one for now. The reinforcing Templar coming from the back will help out in clearing those links, but Shin in a world of trouble right now. Down in workers, way down in supply, and I think he's about to get cleaned up over here as well by this +2 Protoss army. Another Storm is going to blanket these Hydra. Big blink in forward. GG gets called as Hero puts himself on match point.
I think our analysis at the start of this, that Shin might be in some trouble in this series. Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate.
It's not going great.
No, it's not, is it? That's, Yeah, that's being pretty brutal. Just
It has
Hero
been.
playing well.
Yeah, that defense against the Ling Bane was respect, you know?
Yeah, I actually thought there was like a little bit of a chance, especially when he didn't like see with the oracles and pull them back immediately.
Yeah, I thought it was over. I actually thought it was over.
I thought there was some
Yeah.
good chances, but just didn't matter.
Huh?
Didn't matter. Tokamak is going to be our game 3. So we have one in, and we'll be off and away. Just wait for Shin to ready up, and we'll head into could be our final game of this finals. Hero looking to make it his 10th ever WardiTV Monday victory. Convincing run from him as well. Like, I mean, just 2-0 mana, 2-0 Maxpax, and then here looking very convincing against Shin as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking good. I don't know what to tell you.
Shin really scrapped his way in comparison.
Yeah. I wonder if Hero is like a serious like, what you call it? Prospect for EWC Championship.
Hero?
Yeah.
I think so, absolutely. Why not?
I don't know, I never really see him as like this. He has too many bad results, you know?
He has days where, like, it ain't it, right? I feel like if he shows up in the right form...
Did you see his games versus Rogue in GSL?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't end up casting
there,
it.
it's like what happened, you know?
Yeah,
the Rogue is not Rogue is a very impressive player, but if you look at these two players, like Hero should kind of eat this guy, you know? He didn't eat him. He kind of got eaten.
Hero does seem to just show up at the big events in his best possible form a lot of the time, right? Like, he does show up and looks usually a level above. So.
Right. So he looked at the GSL and thought to himself, I'll save myself for Wardy Monday on the Tuesday.
Yeah, probably. You know, we got to talk about prestige of these tournaments. You know, this one has 42 editions at this point.
That's true. How many GSL? Actually, GSL probably has had like 42 as well.
There's probably been 42 GSLs, but, you know, we're fast catching up.
We are fast catching
Another year or two, this probably has more prize pool than a GSL, so...
That's also true and depressing.
Yeah. I'm not trying to paint a pretty picture.
Just a picture.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, obviously, I think he wants to show up at GSL and look good, but I don't know. I feel like EWC, where it really is the biggest event of the year, I feel like last year he's going to show up and look really good. So I would put Hero in my top 5.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, alongside like a Clem, Serral. I think I'd put him 4th, actually. Top 4.
Behind who else? Maru?
Oh, Clem, Serral, Reno, Hero.
You put Rainer above Hero still?
I don't know if I put Reno above him, but I put him in my top 4. I'm not ordering them.
Interesting.
I mean,
yeah,
Reno...
I think Rainer's in good shape as well.
Yeah, I think Reno was in that position simply because I know as well that he's going to just be a different player also when he shows up to EWC. So...
I sure hope so. I'm excited for it. All right, Hero versus Shin. Game number 3. Hero's... wait, was this a no-scout opener? It was. Oh, I love that for Hero. Absolutely do it or that. Instant warp gate as well. Oh, Hero, you beast. What's he gonna do? Is it gonna be a Twilight build? No way.
Maybe.
I don't believe my eyes. Twilight?
Super greedy.
What? Hmm?
Kind of like greed into just a fast Twilight, give you like as much pressure as possible off this. I don't know what just did.
What is this?
Oh, I'm confused.
The pylon.
Oh, the pylon. I didn't see the pylon. I'm like looking around the map. I don't get it. Like, what? Yeah. Okay. There is in fact a pylon right here. Yeah. That's.
Poured out of gas with 2 workers. So it's gotta be glaives. Actually, I don't think. Whoa, look at the oracle. Look at the oracle. Look at the overlord. You see that thing?
It's coming.
Dude. That's so close.
No. So close to seeing what's going on. The Adepts will threaten. Link speed not done just yet, but obviously 2 more gates. One of them will be proxied. And currently, Shin has no idea that this is going on.
And none. He's in the dark. Adepts are gonna shade back as this speed is about to finish up. I don't think these Adepts will get anything done here whatsoever. Nope, they won't, and they didn't. Oh, dude, that gateway is pissing me off so much. Wardy.
I couldn't help it. It's not my fault.
Oh, and these adepts are here to kind of bait the links to go back home, I guess, and go to the left side of the map. Oh no, Hero, no, don't go to your gateway, buddy. Oh, he's gonna go to the gate. I guess he's gonna have to warp in soon, so it's fine. How many gates is this, Wardo?
+3, it's gonna be 5. So definitely a bit more of your committed gateway. Sorry, it's gonna be 6. We actually have 6 coming in, so pretty committed. Hero going full send on this glaive attack. Rotron halfway done. Overlord's on the way, so actually it's a little bit supply blocked right now for Shin, as the first adepts will threaten. But there's honestly not enough adepts right now to commit to that shade, so we'll just cancel, step toward the third base, and then just be set to basically start shading in from different directions.
Try to get another adept warp in over here on the gateway. 433. We have about 6 adepts out. It's not going to finish anything here. 20 more links are on the way. I actually think Shin so far is in an okay spot. He's gonna get a couple of roaches, already has 3 gases as well. If you can get up to like 2-3 Ravagers and you have a bunch of links, Ravager Ling is a very solid way of dealing with this. Ravager Roach Ling, as this adept count actually isn't all that high.
No, Hero was waiting for Palin to finish that to warp in as well. Now the Adept says a little bit better. 16 is nice. We're going to start fighting a couple of these queens. We're just going to commit, so that's going to be the fight. We're obviously up against the Rotron to reduce the surface area. The Lings are going to struggle to come in and surround it all. And now the queens are kind of fighting not quite on their own. The Roaches are catching up. A lot of the Adepts do begin to go down. We're going to cancel the shade, stick at the front near reinforcements, but this does seem fine for Shin. He's down in workers, but obviously he's getting into a better army comp as Hero's going to decide, you know what, Dark Shrine to follow this up. He's very committed to just winning the game in this in this form of aggression.
Absolutely. No lair yet, no spores either, as one more roach is going to go down. Couple of low HP roaches in general. There's no roaches here now in the main base. I think he could finish that. He's not going to do it. Instead, he's going to continue fighting these roaches over on the third. He's actually getting a bunch out right now. Another 6 adept warpin is waiting at the gateway. So he could definitely start moving that in right now. Has a bunch of gas in the bank. Cancels the adept shade once more. Continues trading into those roaches. What you call it? Recalls those guys. But look how many adepts he still has over there on his gateway.
Yep, he has a bunch of them here, and these Zerglings are not going to be able to contest those. They're going to have to pull back once again, as those Adepts threaten the shade. They'll not commit, as the Adepts that recalled are going to reconvene. And we are getting extremely close to DTs against 0 detection, because, as you said earlier, you know, it's not like Shin doesn't know this isn't an option. He's so preoccupied with the chaos, he's not stopping to think that this could be an option, or, you know, going for it, you know, setting up a defense. So, right now, this is very troubling. Hero actually does have 1 unit in the wall at the very least, and so should be able to hold these Lings off. We might have to warp a few Adepts in here to help turn this away. But the first DTs are coming, and again, we are detectionless right now. This is not looking good at all for Shin.
Oh, Hero's gonna finish the shade just because he wants to cause a little bit more chaos. Probably the incorrect move if you think about like the amount of damage and the amount of losses you're gonna get, but it allowed the DTs to clear that Roach Warren without a Spore even starting. Spore starting just now. At the same time, Lings have breached the wall on the other side of the map. We're kind of getting a base trade here, and the DTs are not being controlled, Wardy. Spores are going to go up most likely, as loads and loads of probes are falling on the side of Hero. Hero not controlling this as well, as it was such a chaotic situation. Adepts are being sent back home as well. Zealots being warped in defensively. Spore's going to finish up. Right-click on the Spore. No! Accidentally right-clicks on a Roach there.
Well, he just lost the DTs, and that's going to be rough because he's had his entire natural killed off as well. At least the mineral line there. We see the Adepts. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. GG. Shin is going to take it. That was, I mean, that was wild.
Interesting.
Yeah, I did not think Hero was going to lose from that spot. I think, obviously, the Ling counterattack, he just didn't respect it enough. Like, he really thought he was going to, like, drop a wall down, warp in, like, 2 Adepts, and it's going to be like, okay, you turn away now, but Shin just committed, and so they broke through, and I think that chaos is what really made Hero make the mistakes from that point, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, if that doesn't happen, Hero's going to split those DTs 2 by 2. He's going to kill 25 workers, and Shin can go back to the lobby screen and think about he's finally going to win a map next time they play, but, yeah, Shin, really well done. Causing a little bit of chaos himself there, and some solid multitasking out of him. His Roach movement was quite good, adding in the 5 spines, or the spores, making sure that he was going to get something there. Phenomenal stuff. Huge fan of how he did that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, we go to a 4th map. We're not going to see a 3-0. We will go to at least one more game. Let's see if Shin can bring it all the way to a game 5 as Hero readies up. And Shin will ready as well, so we can kick straight off. Alright. Exciting! Nice to see Shin on the
Very
map.
exciting already.
I really felt like this was on its way to being the 3-0, you know, but
Like, theoretically, what Shin was doing, I think was just very good, but Hero he fought so freaking well. And then I started to believe that Shin was dead once I saw the DTs there, and then, you know, we all saw what happened. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
Well, Shin is in the top right-hand side. He's now got a point on the board, and we play ley lines to see if he can find another. Let's see what kind of aggression he ends up looking for here, or what sort of chaos Hero brings to the situation, because obviously he's been playing pretty chaotically as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna go for a hatch block here, first things first. Gotta make sure there's no hatchery on that natural base. It's gonna succeed at it as well.
Block is good.
17 hatch gonna go down on the third base. The gas goes down on Hero's side. I am really freaking curious what Hero's gonna do now. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if he kind of returns back to what he did in game number 1. And he'll just go for like a fast double Oracle 4-gate glaive type of build. Like a bunch of glaives out on the map. Just have a freaking blast with them. Bang, bang. A little bit of harassment with 2-3 adapts. Double Oracle killing a couple of units as well. I think it would be fantastic.
The other game harassment Hero is just so good. Just such a problem for the Zergs typically.
Oh yeah.
Next is starting. Take a few moments. Get our setups ready. See what we're going to be playing with. Cybercore will lead us in towards that tech from Hero. Shin just hatch gas pulling. And that probe's still just checking around. Obviously has a few more moments until it has to head out and start heading home.
Second assimilator, second pylon. It's been a while since I've seen Hero play this type of glaive build, by the way. We saw Showtime played it against Rainer, I think, at in ByuN Gens Elite, or no, it was maybe in the qualifier for. It wasn't. Sorry, it was in the qualifier for the EWC. In like the large best of 7 they played on pylon. Showtime played like a 6-gate on like 2 base all in with a prism, so not with a proxy gate, but with a prism instead. And it's been a while since we've seen it. Shin is going to go for a link flood here, I think, by the way. 6 links making their way around the map. 4 more links on the way. Maybe not a link flood, but at least a link something here.
Yeah, maybe just likes how exposed that pylon is of Hero. Like, there's some surface area on that thing, man.
There is, but I think 6 links is enough to kill it if an adept is nearby.
Yeah. Well, that pops. I'm just going to sit in the wall off for the moment. The other adept on the other side of the map moving about, and we're going to see the Hero Phoenix once again, so getting that brought up here. Going to be able to poke back some overlords, get some kills early, and Shin just has to sit back and wait.
Yeah. Queen starts smacking the adept around. Once again a Phoenix. Oh, that was the game 1. It was Phoenix Oracle,
yeah,
not Oracle.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Triple Oracle on the way for Shin right now. Let's take a look at what he's doing tech-wise. Nexus first. Yeah, Nexus first. And then I'm expecting a really fast Twilight Council here. Or a 3rd Oracle. Or a 3rd Stargate unit. I guess it's not really an Oracle. Oh. Things are nearby. Yep, it's going to be a 3rd Stargate unit instead. Interesting. Hero has such a wide variety of builds that all kind of look alike.
Yeah, it's always been mixed up so much, right? That's, you know, what you said about it's fun to watch him play. The diversity is like at an all-time high.
Yeah. Links are gonna start smacking this adept around as well. One adept is gonna fall. Second adept gets warped into a bad locations, also gonna fall. ByuN might be in a little bit of trouble here, Wardy. I'm not sure if the 3rd target unit is gonna be out in time. 3 drones have died, but 2 adepts and a pylon. I think this is a honestly a pretty good haul here for these links.
Yeah, they got a fair amount, and obviously forcing Oracle Energy to be used back over on this side takes Oracle Energy away from harassing your mineral line as well. Hero's going to go for his 4th Stargate unit with that Oracle, right? So super late Twilight Council in comparison to what it could have been. Puts a lot of emphasis on these Oracles in terms of defending and keeping your opponent pressured and not letting him have too much of a chance to set up an attack pre-blink or anything.
Yep.
He's just going to hold up the Adept, and the other Adept actually going to take some damage. The Oracles activate, Zerglings will get cleaned up, so nothing really gained from this. Just waste a bit of Oracle energy, keeps them at home a while, but that's all of your map control gone.
Yeah, still gonna try to fly in right now, I think. Does he have enough energy? He has quite a bit of energy. Is there a Phoenix nearby? It is nearby, but not here. He's gonna go right-click a Spore? No, he's probably not. Okay, he's looking for kills on Queens, I think, our boy Hero. He's looking for something at least. Not finding it so far. 4 Stargate units total is quite a big deal. Oh, there goes the hatch.
Yep, gonna take that down as a cancel. The drones, the missile upgrade still coming through. A couple creep tumors in the extractor's coming about. Overlord's gonna be underway. Plus one in the blink coming up on the side of Hero as well. So again, those upgrades up and rolling. The robo facility about to be halfway done. These oracles will find themselves a couple of drones, but still nothing too major. As it just fly on through, and we just, I guess, wait for Blink to finish for that next wave of aggression to really come across the map here from Hero. Shin is going to double down into Roach speed, and an infestation pick goes down as well pretty quickly.
Is this going to be the first hive that Shin is going to build this entire game? Or Swarm Host? No way, right?
Yep.
What's the chance it is Swarm Host, Wardy? He's building so many roaches. I think it might be Swarm Host.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? 65 drones-ish is about a Swarm Host number as well. So it does feel more Swarm Host than anything else. Roach speed plus some missiles. Swarm Host probably do kind of become the obvious choice. If you want to go Hive, I mean, what would you even be going Hive for right now? Like, what would the goal be? Lurker? Yeah. There we go. Maybe it is. Hydroden goes down. So Hive and Lurker then eventually.
So many roaches though early on. Like, we're 63 drones right now. 68. Against 67. That is a very low worker count. We have a Roboway coming in though for Hero. Not generally a huge fan of it. I always feel like Storm has a way higher rate of doing good things. However, we still have this Stalker push coming in as well. It is 19 Stalkers to 16 Roaches, Wardy. That is not a good fight for the Roach. No.
The Roach is going to be... I mean, they're going to have a bad time for the foreseeable future, right? Like, this is just going to be tough. They attempt to get to Lurkers. If you get there, brilliant, but yeah, getting there is going to be difficult as Hero is going to blink forward aggressively. So he didn't even think he needed to blink back defensively there. That is going to cost him a few of these Stalkers, but he's also still trading pretty well. With so many more Stalkers warping in, we're so far away from realistically seeing better units coming out on the side of Shin. Phoenix going to lift up a Queen right there. The Oracles are going to show up and activate as well, and you can already see the numbers becoming overwhelming here for Hero as he has a large amount to keep on pushing in with. The Roaches keep on taking damage. I mean, Stalkers are just absolutely killing it right now.
Absolutely. Couple Hydras are on the way out. Groove Spines will finish up as well, so it's going to help these Hydras, but I don't think it will be enough as the Stalker count is just a little bit too big. GG gets caught, and indeed Hero is going to win this series fairly simply with a 3-1 score, Wardo. Thoughts?
Thoughts was a lot of what we kind of thought was going to happen, right? Shin was going to do some kind of weird builds, some aggressive stuff. But overall, I think Hero's always going to be a little bit too powerful.
Hell yeah.
I think it's tough for Shin because I think he needs to play some of his craziest stuff to be good against Hero, but we're also 3 weeks out from EWC, right? Like, there's no way Shin wants to show his best, most kind of sneaky builds right now, so I think it's a very difficult matchup for him to kind of like play standard in and just kind of play a couple games.
Yep.
Yeah. GG's.
All right.
Hero takes it
GG's,
down.
man.
GG's. See you later.
Are you still streaming?
No, I'm done.
Okay, I'm done too.
Find
I'll
someone
see
to
you
host.
next time then.
Yeah, who you gonna host?
Trigger, he's a high ranking on the ladder right now.
Trigger streamer?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do a joint raid.
Okay, alright. I'll see you, man.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao, as they say. Alrighty, guys, that was WardiTV Mondays 42, brought to you on a Tuesday. Hope you guys had a great time. Yeah, we'll be back, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be off, but Wednesday we'll come back with WardiTV, Thursday we'll come back with WardiTV European League. I'm going to go and literally message everyone about that now and get some info in and get players sorted out and stuff like that. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you all. Actually had a pretty great viewership today, so really appreciate that. Well, it's the donation. Yo, Kratos, thank you so much for the £20 donation. Thanks for all the work you put in. Absolutely no worries. Thank you so much for supporting it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support today, guys. I know we had a bunch of subs and stuff. I know I didn't shout everybody out, although Drexia just gifted a sub to Earl Grey, so thank you so much for that. We had C-Code for the 40-month resub, Crash ST2 subbing up. Desala gifted out a sub. I can't see who that was to. Twadzy on the 2-year resub on the Prime. Obviously, being casted with Carson, so you don't do the shout so much. But I do appreciate we had some super chats on YouTube as well. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys Thursday for more StarCraft. I'm going to take tomorrow off. I need to have a day to catch back up. I think still my... I'm tired right now. Might be okay, but I don't have anything to stream anyway. So, yeah, WardiTV European League will be our next stream. That comes in on Thursday. And then it'll be also live on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 4 days of European League across the weekend. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Set of ads on the outro as usual, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys later.